honey for your fucking nails. You living more than I can tell. What's good? I am slightly later than expected. Half my fault, half of it is not my fault because, you know, realistically, you can't put too much blame on yourself for stuff that goes on. Half of it is like, you've got to chuck some of it out to an external force. Realistically, I have to eat food. Because I don't like eating on stream. It feels weird. Damn, I just saw the knockout as I swapped. Oh no, I didn't even knock him out. Damn, he fucking ate that shit. He caught it overhand right to the chin and just ate it. See, I tried to time it right where I was going to be like, where we were going to be pretty much perfectly at Parker versus Zhang, because that's the fight that I really want to watch. All the other fights I don't really care that much about. And then obviously AJ and Ngannou I care about, but we've caught 8 of 12 of Emiliano Vargas, so we can chill for a little bit. We can see what in fact is going on. I gotta get the names right. Let's pull it up here. Vargas. If you're watching the VOD, the names will be above it. It's the same as usual. Everyone knows the drills now. The name will be above it. If you're looking for a certain knockout, the timer will be there. The timer's going to be a little bit different, though. I'm used to having 5-minute timer. I'm going to have to change it. Then I'm going to have to change it tomorrow again. Vargas is not spelled with 2 V's. I haven't watched this fight. Has anyone actually been locked in on this fight? I was watching Doumbé fight yesterday, too. That Doumbé fight was... Oh, Emiliano Vargas is down. Are they counting as a knockdown? No, it's a slip. But I was watching that Cedric Doumbé fight yesterday. One of the weirdest fights I've ever watched. First of all, it being a 3-rounder is just weird. I think that all like main events, all big fights should always be 5-rounders. I don't understand why they've made it a 3-rounder. But apart from that, like it's just weird. Like I just don't understand why they have these fights as non-5-rounders. Any big fight, like Cedric Doumbé should be fighting 5-rounders if he's main event. There's no way that they're counting that as a knockdown. He just got fucking hoed. There's no way they've counted that as a knockdown. Have they? Bro, the fucking judging, like the shit that goes on in boxing actually blows my mind every fucking time. How on earth they're counting that as a knockdown when he legit just slipped and fell over, I don't know. I need to fill up my water bottle. My hands hurt like shit. Like, it's actually fucking crazy how much my hands hurt. Starting to do jiu-jitsu, starting to get a little bit more involved in jiu-jitsu now, but like the further you go in, the almost worse you are. Because I'm kind of looking at it and I'm like, damn. Like shit that usually never hurts for me hurts after doing jiu-jitsu. Some guy had me in like some fucking arm lock earlier where my arm was like above my head like this, and he was just like cranking on my arm. I was fucking donezo. I don't know what he was doing. He was on some crazy shit. And then obviously I was with like the instructor guy, and the instructor guy was showing me how to do something, and he just moves so fucking fluid. The guy moves like no one I've ever seen. He's just, his legs do things that my legs can't do. Got like these fluid ass spider legs that just go in between like my fucking everything. But yeah, no, so that was fun. That was cool. But I'm actually enjoying jiu-jitsu. I can understand why people like it a lot. Round 9 and this one started. I'll get timer and stuff ready when I'm actually here. But, or like when I'm actually ready, but right now I'm just getting set up. I did want to go live because Bet365 said that I didn't actually have it on. I didn't have this fight on before. And Bet365 said to me that it was going to be 10 past 10. They were like 10 past 10, that's when Parker and Zhang will walk out. But apparently not. Apparently not. I'm here 10:15 and we're only in round 9 of 12. I have to say I do like the Saudi Arabian cards just because like they're always kind of stacked, you know what I mean? Like the UFC is great at doing it where like we have 8 fights tomorrow that I'm super, super excited to watch for the UFC. I wish that boxing did it a little bit more where like, you know, we stack the cards a little bit because I feel like people in boxing just don't like, they're not going to watch Emiliano Vargas when he's actually a bowler. The guy's fighting against his cold ball, but Emiliano Vargas can actually fight like well. But should be an interesting fight tonight with AJ. The AJ one's a little bit weird. Because I kind of, like, I haven't given my full prediction on it. I was going to do a prediction video on it yesterday, but it just didn't come out right. It, like, when I was recording, I did have it recorded, but it's like, I recorded it and I was like, I actually don't really like this video, and I don't want to put out, like, shit, you know what I mean? If I think the video is bad, I'm not going to sit there and put it out, because, like, it just, I don't know, there's fucking, it didn't feel right to me putting it out. I was like, it's just kind of, like, it's a mediocre video. Don't get me wrong, it might have done okay, it might have done shit. But for me, like, I just didn't want to put out a video that was mediocre. We're trying to get away from the mid. Drinking out of a protein shaker feels weird, but I've lost my bottle that I usually use. I usually use one of those Volvic 1 liter ones. I've lost it. It's just gone. Don't know where it is. It's just gone. I'm still trying to get set up. I'm trying to get Twitter pulled up so I can like put up Twitter, Discord, everywhere that I'm live. Let's pull up Discord. Say that I'm live in Discord at least. YouTube. AJ versus Ngannou watch party. What are the predictions tonight on AJ versus Ngannou? I'm a bit 50-50 on it, to be honest. I thought to myself originally, I was like, AJ's going to smoke him. But then when you look a little bit deeper at the matchup and the stuff that's going on in the matchup, you kind of look at it and you're like, you don't know. You really don't know, because Ngannou's got a fucking iron chin. Like, Ngannou might have one of the best chins in combat sports. Someone commented that ages ago in my videos, and I kind of at the time looked at it and I was like, he probably doesn't. But, like, when you look at the guys he's taking punches off, in 4-ounce gloves, I can't really see AJ knocking him out in what 8-ounce, 10-ounce. I don't know what ounce gloves they're using, but if it's like 10-ounce gloves, 8-ounce gloves, I can't see AJ knocking out Ngannou just because of the punches that he's taken from guys that are like less punchers than he is. AJ by dominant decision, I think I'm probably along the same sort of lines. I'm along the same sort of lines where I think AJ can outbox him. I think he's going to stay on the outside, use his jab well. But Francis could catch him. I don't know. That's the thing, though. It's like, if Francis catches you, you're absolutely barbecued. Like, you're absolutely fucked if Francis just catches you and all he has to do is catch you once. Who's Francis's promoter for boxing? Is it like Ngannou Promotions? Who is he signed under? He's not signed under Eddie Hearn or Bob. Is he signed under Bob Arum? Who promotes Ngannou's fights, or is it just Ngannou Promotions? Because like obviously you know Eddie Hearn's with AJ, but who's it with Francis? Let me look up who's Francis Ngannou's promoter. Has anybody been majorly tuned in on this Vargas Ball fight? Who's Francis Ngannou's promoter? Because I have not been. I can't lie. I started watching these last like 3 rounds. There's one bullshit knockdown. Bob Arum. Okay. No, wait, Bob Arum is Tyson Fury's promoter, so how the fuck does that work? How does... Bro, can someone fucking... Who is Francis Ngannou's promoter? Okay, it might be Frank Warren. When I look it up, it doesn't give me, like, a definitive answer, you know what I mean? It doesn't give me, like, any big-time answer. Boxing promoter Frank Warren claims Tyson Fury wants to take on Francis Ngannou. Okay, yeah, but we know that. Who the fuck is his promoter? Does he not have one? At least none of them are injured like the UFC main event. Yeah, fucking UFC main event's a mess. I'm super excited for 299 tomorrow though. 299 should be an absolute banger. It's a card that I've been looking forward to for I don't know how long. Like, I've been looking forward to that card for ages. You see the new setup, by the way, back here? I've got way more boxing gloves. I'll show them. I'll show you the ones that I used to actually spar in a lot. I used to spar in these all the time. Oh, I just kicked the fucking plate. These are the ones that I used to spar in. These were my sparring gloves pretty much all the time. You see that there's some wear and tear on them. Too many knuckles on faces. Cheeto seems hurt as fuck. What? Why are you saying Cheeto's hurt? I haven't seen shit about that. But yeah, these are the ones. If you see them back there, you know why. The little lace ups. I washed them off. There used to be loads of blood on them. No, I'm joking. I was not like Francis Ngannou. I was not a power puncher. Now this one sit here. That'll do. What's good, Caesar? How are you, G? That's why Aljo said the camp was bad and O'Malley keeps on talking about the DMs. Those gloves are used as fuck. Yeah, no, they are no bullshit. But you know, that's what happens. There's loads of gloves back there that like aren't that used. Like the Adidas ones, they're not that used. They're pretty used. But the most used ones are those ones. It's because lace-ups are just better. Like, lace-ups feel so much better around your wrist, you know what I mean? Around your hands. Is like they just fit a lot tighter. The only thing that's bad about those ones is the thumb. Like, whenever you throw a hook with those, your thumb gets fucked up. What are the predictions for... I'm actually more excited probably for the Zhang Parker fight. I think that Zhang... Like, if Zhang's not a big favorite, we're going to have to throw some bread at him. Because the guy is fucking unbelievable. Like, I think he's legit the future of that heavyweight division. I think he's that good. Is it me or did AJ make Francis look kind of small? Francis weighs 20 pounds more. Whoa, let me look up the face-off. AJ versus Francis face-off. My fucking right toe is all fucked up after jiu-jitsu today. Like, it does not feel right. It's not broken, but it just feels fucked up. To be fair, AJ does look fucking very tall in that photo. If you look at that, let me drag my face, come on. AJ looks extremely tall in that fucking photo of Francis Ngannou. Does he not look like... I didn't realize there's that much of a height disparity between them. 2% of people, according to Sky Sports, think that Francis Ngannou is going to win via decision. So Francis Ngannou not getting the backing via decision. To be honest, I cannot blame anybody because I am pretty much 100% sure. Are you a power puncher or do you use volume? That's a great question. How would I describe my fighting style? I was like a technician more than anything. You know what I mean? I was a big guy to land like a liver shot. I was a big guy to, you know, like I wasn't someone who, I wouldn't say I had KO power, but I didn't have no power. Like I was kind of a little mix in between. My cardio is good. My cardio has always been good. But I'm not like I'm not like a Nick Diaz. I'm not on the extremities of volume punchers. I'd say I'm in between. If I was to compare myself to one fighter, it would be probably Bud Crawford. No, I'm joking. I can switch it though. I can switch it. I can box southpaw and orthodox to a decent level. Normally orthodox is like how I'd start out, but I can go southpaw with pretty much no problems. AJ 6'7"? Is AJ 6'7"? I thought he was 6'5". He's that big. Let's look up AJ height. He is that fucking big. 1.98 meters, bro. Like, I swear to God, we need to start a petition for it to show me in feet. He's 6'6". 6'6" is still tall as fuck. I didn't realize he was that big. Francis is... See, there's no way those heights are right, though. Because that photo that I pulled up is not a 2-inch height difference. That's not a 2-inch height difference. I don't care what anybody says. There's no way that we're counting that as a 2-inch height difference. I think that's bullshit. We're in 11 at 12 rounds here. We're going to actually take a gander at Bet365 to see what Bet365 is cooking for me. Because I do want to put some bets on. I think AJ by Ngannou I think an AJ by points decision is on. AJ by points, Zhang by KO. There's a super boost here for Bet365, but I don't think it's going to come through. Me and my RL were talking about it. If you're into jiu-jitsu, or does it just me? If you are into jiu-jitsu, does it mean you are getting cauliflower ears? No, cauliflower is not really. Cauliflower ears you get from like wrestling, you get from well, not really from boxing, you get it from MMA really. It's just like a buildup of blood in the ear. So it's like when your ear gets like bloody, that builds up and then it just like kind of fucking cements itself. That's what it is. What's good, Ludi? How are you, G? Okay, let's go over here. Let's take a gander at this. Bro, these guys are actually fucking throwing. I have to say, I do like the smaller weights in boxing because it's pretty much the same as UFC, where the smaller weights will just go out there and actually fucking go for it. Like, these guys are both throwing. Okay, let's pull this up. Bang, let's take a look at the bets. I do have 9 euro on 1 cent in here. Didn't realize I had 9 euro on 1 cent. See, this is the super boost. This is like a bet that they think, you know, obviously that you should win, but I don't see AJ knocking down Ngannou. I'll be real. Unless it gets like deep into there was just a knockdown in this fight. Ball got a second knockdown against Emiliano Vargas. That one I think was a legit knockdown. Although he did step on his shoe a little bit, like you're allowed to step on his shoe. He might get fucked in a decision here. I don't know where my AirPods are, so who knows what's gonna happen if we go to decision in that AJ. If we have a fucking situation where it's like a close decision, like AJ Fury, and I can't hear the decision, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Because obviously, like with monitors, they don't have like a sound system in them. Okay, let's take a look at Joshua Ngannou though. First of all, let's take a look at Big Bang Zhang. Because that brother is dangerous. Zhang's one of my favorite fighters. Oh shit, that's me. Which one am I trying to pull up? This one? Yeah, no. I'm trying to pull it up so I can see the chat. I'm trying to find the Russian link. Fighters are proud of their ears, but don't see why. Personally, I think that they look ugly. I don't know. Cauliflower ear looks kind of ugly to me. Big Bang Zhang by KO. Let me see this. Those odds are crazy. You gotta give me Zhang via KO. Zhang via KO, I think is a lock, boys. I think that's a lock. I think my prediction is Fury by points. It's what I'm going to bet on. Or not Fury. My AJ by points. Did Tyson Fury's younger brother win today? I know he was fighting today. The odds are actually a lot less wide than I thought they were. Anthony Joshua by decision or technical decision. I feel like that's the one. I feel like that's the best. Do we agree with those bets, boys? I think that's the best that we're gonna do in terms of bets. That's a little double up too. We might throw 20 on that bad boy. We could throw some bread at that. As a wrestler, I never got it, but I knew a guy would be tough if he had it. It doesn't even mean that they're like tough. It just means they're like they fought a lot, really. Like there's some dog shit people that have cauliflower here. Let's just take a look at how much we throw on this. What would 10 be? See, I don't like that return. 15, I don't mind that return. 15 into 102, I don't mind. Yeah, no, we're going to do that. 15 into 102. I want to get at a clean 100. 1464. It's going to have to do 1464 into... Okay. Let me go back to this so I don't dox myself. Can you send the link? It's pretty much, it's all the same. You can be dog shit and tough. That is true. You can be dog shit and tough. 12th round here in this Vargas Bowl fight. I think it's actually been a scrap if you're looking at it. Like, if you're watching this fight, it's actually been a scrap, especially because Emiliano Vargas has such a big height, like, advantage on him. Like, there must be a 4 or 5 inch height advantage there. Ball's one of those guys, he almost got that Gervonta Davis build where, like, he's so small, but he's so compact. You know what I mean? He's just, like, dense with muscle. Do you think Garcia has CTE? My best guess is that he has CTE and drug problems. He definitely has CTE. Pretty much everybody that boxes has CTE, you know what I mean? Like, there's no one that gets out of boxing scot-free. Pretty much every single one of them, especially look at a guy like Ryan Garcia who's been boxing since he was like 5 years old. He's going to have CTE. Gervonta Davis is going to have CTE. They all have CTE. Like, even if you look at Floyd is showing signs of CTE, okay? When you see him in some interviews, he shows signs of CTE. And he was like the greatest defensive boxer ever. He was a guy that didn't even really get touched that much. Garcia's doing the greatest promo job in sports history. I actually care now. Yeah, no, the promo is cooking. The promo is cooking. But yeah, I'm not sure because there's some stuff he says where I'm like, that could be real. You know what I mean? Like the whole stuff about him, like watching kids and all of that type of stuff. Like that shit could be real. That could be real. 100%. But like, you don't know. I need to change my title too. I don't like Joshua versus Ngannou Watchparty. I need to tag something in on the end of that. By the way, like the stream if you haven't, because you know it helps me out. It pushes it out to more people. Joshua versus Ngannou Watchparty. Upset incoming. Upset incoming is, you know, some bait. We've got to throw something out there. No way Floyd, he has CTE. I'm pretty sure Floyd, like you've seen moments in interviews where I'm like, Floyd does not look right. You know what I mean? He looks kind of dodgy. To be fair, Ludi, you don't need the link for right now. Like you don't. That's gonna be a close decision. I feel like the two knockdowns late might swing it his way, but yeah, no, if this is all just him putting on an act and it's not legit, Garcia's doing legit a Hall of Fame promo job. Because like I feel like that fight's gonna be bigger than like Canelo Munguia. I don't know. To be fair, in terms of pay-per-view, I don't know if it being super hyped up is going to get it illegally streamed a fuckload or if it's going to get it, like, actually people are going to watch it, but I feel like people are going to watch it. God tier bar. God tier bar. Just these little Dairy Milk square ones, just like the little 4 square things, God tier. Emiliano Vargas must be on an EPO. There's no way he is that much back knee just originally, just like normally. I love the way I covered up the whole thing when I was fucking holding it up. You literally couldn't even see it. Now should be what we're looking for, though. After this, we have Zhang against Barker. I think Francis might actually win this. There's a chance that he wins it. There's a chance that he wins this 100%, but like, I'm not sure. According to the viewers' verdict scorecard, Balls won at 116, 111. I wanted to train a bit of boxing, but fucking Floyd has CTE, then hell no. Did you see the 299 weigh-ins? Yeah, I saw them. Or like I wasn't like watching people weigh in, but like I know who missed weight, who made weight. Why were people saying that Cheeto looks really, really bad? Let me look up Cheeto at the weigh-ins. I saw him like going up to the scale, but like for me, I didn't even think he looked that bad. Like maybe I'm bugging, but for me, I think that like he looked like he cut a shitload of weight. But that's what they all look like. Like look at Sean O'Malley on the scale. He just looks fucking shit as well. So maybe I'm bugging, maybe I didn't see anything, but he looks like he cut a shitload of weight. That's what it is. Like, look, let me pull it up over here. He had to get naked? Yeah, but that's just making weight. Making weight is making weight. So if we go over here, you got, that's what Sean O'Malley looks like. That's what Cheeto looks like. Yeah, Cheeto might look a little bit worse, but it's also because, like, your hair looks really greasy as well, and he's got a shit ton of hair, you know what I mean? So he just looks kind of, he does actually look kind of like Jesus right there. Oh shit, my bad, boys. He does actually look kind of like Jesus right here. Like, he's giving me a little bit of Jesus vibes. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, no, he's like, he looks fine for me. For Wayne, and he looks fine. Sean, let's just watch the video of it. Fuck it. Pretty sure I've used this place for highlights before. Like, the big thing for me is like watching and looking at like how they look going towards the scale, you know what I mean? How they look when they're on the scale or going towards it. Like, you can see that he looks skinny as fuck. Like, he looks like he's cut weight. Means he's kind of diced in the middle. And the big thing for me is like you can see it in like their waist and in their arms. Like, you can see Sean O'Malley's cut like 10, 11, 13, whatever. To be fair, Cheeto doesn't look great right here. It looks like he had a difficult weight cut. He's so fucking small, Jesus Christ. I always forget how small people like this are. So he gets in there. Yeah, you can see it in the eyes a little bit. He just looks a little bit weird, but I think that he's, I don't think that he's, Aljo did say that he had a bad camp, but like, you never have a good camp in fighting either. Like, you're always going to have some kind of injury that you're just carrying in. Are you ready for UFC 299? I'm fucking excited as shit. I'm telling you, I think he's injured. Everybody has an injury going into fights. Legit, everyone. What's good, Homeless G? How are you? Homeless feels like a fucking weird thing. Oh, but yeah, no, I'm not sure if I'm ready for 299, to be honest. Like, 299 is such a fucking banger event, but the only thing that I'm worried about is, okay, 299's a banger event, and then we just got the weeks after that, it just dud. Like, there's so many duds after that it's like, it just makes it so, it's like, I'm looking forward to it, but then I'm like, I'm not looking forward to any of the fights after that. O'Malley knows about the injury, that's why Cheeto gets so nervous about the DMs, a bad injury. Yeah, it could be something. Like, you don't know. Like, Cheeto doesn't want to expose it. To be fair, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about what's actually in the DMs. I always thought it was going to be something like Sean O'Malley talking to his ex or something, like his ex-girl hitting Sean O'Malley back and saying like, oh, listen, this is this, you know what I mean? What's good, Connor? How are you, G? I have Francis for my bet. I'm not sure I agree with that. You see, the lighting is back. We no longer have the shitty lighting. It may not have made a difference to you, but it makes a difference to me. It makes a difference to me for sure. When I look at the lighting and it's just ass, it pisses me the fuck off. It pisses me off so bad. Like, for all the boys that were here last weekend, you saw when I turned those color filters off and it was just yellow. It's just like must. What injury do people think Cheeto has? Because like when you look at him, I can't see an injury. It might be like a rib or something. Maybe it's a broken rib, because loads of fighters do that. Like Andre Ward, when he was fighting against, who was he fighting against? He was fighting against, fuck me, what's the Russian's name? Do you see the weigh-ins? Yadong and Yan were at each other. That's actually gonna be a great fight. I'm super excited for that fight. Bro was back in Ireland and not in Mexico. We transitioned. We were in Mexico for like 2 weeks and then we're good. It's me speculating, yeah. Like, I don't actually hate it, like, putting together the DMs thing, but why would Sean O'Malley DM him that? Like, surely Sean O'Malley would keep that to himself, you know what I mean? And say that, like, and say, like, oh yeah, like, we're good, you know what I mean? Who actually won that fight? I wasn't looking at the decision. Emiliano Vargas doesn't look too... He looks kind of sad, so maybe he lost it. No, his camper still holding the. Oh yeah, no, okay, he lost the fight. Okay, I was thinking to myself, it was like 116, 111 on the viewer card. I prefer fight of the night. I think Yang versus Sedong will be a war. Sedong, that fucking tripped me out for a second when I was looking at it. I was like, Sedong? You should bet on number of rounds. I feel like it's going to decision. My bet, if you haven't seen, boys, my bets for this are, I have one bet on, it's going to be Zhili Zhang by KO, which I think, I think that's a lock. Like, I actually think that's a lock. And then AJ by decision or technical decision. We're going to have shitloads of bets for tomorrow. Like, a shit ton of bets for tomorrow. Obviously, we'll be live for the first prelim. As per usual, I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a banger. Sugar texting Cheeto saying, I know your injury spot is pretty scary. I feel like it would be something that Cheeto would be able to almost game plan around then, though. You know what I mean? Song and Poirier's odds are way off. They should be closer to even with their opponents. I think the exact same thing as you, brother. I think the exact same thing, Gengo. I think to myself, because you've seen a few fights where I look at it and I'm like, it's kind of weird. Armin being a big favorite over Charles Oliveira, I don't agree with. BSD being a big favorite over Dustin Poirier, I don't agree with. There's a few different fights where I look at it and I'm like Dustin Poirier is good, bro. Dustin Poirier is really, really, really good. And I don't think Benoit Saint-Denis is just going to straight up wrestle him. You know what I mean? He said that he wants to go to war. Number of rounds odd for AJ and Francis. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at how often that they think. How long do they think this fight's going to go? Because I'm ready to bet on the over in that. If it's good, I'm ready to bet on the over immediately in that. Because I really do think this fight's going to decision. Francis Ngannou, for me, I was talking about it. Someone commented on my video ages ago that Francis Ngannou is one of the best chins in mixed martial arts history, and I don't really disagree. I don't majorly disagree. Like, because I was thinking to myself, well, surely Max is better, but like, Max is taking punches from 145ers with 4-ounce gloves and staying up. Francis Ngannou's taking punches from 260-pounders with 4-inch gloves and staying up. So I think it's a different thing. Where is it? The over under here. Where is here? Most punches thrown, most punches landed. That's also a lock, by the way. AJ to land the most punches. Francis Ngannou, like, AJ's going to sit on the outside and throw it and just jab him. Total rounds. Okay, here we go. Total rounds. Where do you think it's going to end up? So they think it's going to be over 7.5 rounds, which I don't disagree with. I think that over 7.5 rounds is right. I don't see AJ getting him out of there early because AJ's going to be a little bit worried about the power for the first few rounds, definitely. You know what? We're going to go with that. We're going to go the over 7.5. Over 7.5. Anthony Joshua to land the most punches. Can I not do that as a bet builder? Total rounds. Here we go. So total rounds over 7.5. I like that. Fight to go the distance. Okay, I want to say yes. Punches. Okay, here we go. Fighter punches throw-in. Fighter punches landed. Why the fuck are the odds so high on this shit? Combined punches landed. Wait, what? Combined punches landed 75 plus is 1.83. Are we bugging? 75 plus. AJ's throwing 75 jabs in the first 3 rounds. Give me that. Oh, okay. No. I'm dumb. Okay. I was looking at the odds because I never do bet builders over here. It's essentially so it adds onto it. I thought that it was 1.83 for 75 plus. I was gonna say what the fuck, but no, it's not. It's how much the odds build up to. So see the way at the bottom down here, it says 4.33. That's what it is. So most punches thrown, most punches landed. Give me AJ. I don't actually mind that. Over 7.5. AJ, most punches landed. We're locking that one in, boys. We're locking that one in. What do we throw on that? We'll throw a little 10 on that. I don't mind 10 on that. I need YouTube to help a brother out. 200 for your fucking nails. My bad, I wasn't looking at the shit. I took the prop Ngannou to score knockdown plus 240. Ooh, Ngannou to score knockdown is difficult. I'm not sure Ngannou's going to have it. Sky Sports odds had it at 41% AJ by KO, which is idiotic. I don't disagree, that's idiotic. The Robles de Spania fight has me so excited. I'm excited to watch him, bro. I'm excited to watch him. I am really excited because, like, he's one of those guys that kind of comes into the UFC with a lot of hype, and I haven't seen him outside the UFC. I've seen his knockouts, but I haven't seen him outside the UFC. I want to see what he does inside the UFC. Also, BSD probably has staff. It's not, like, I feel like you're going to have staff I don't know if that's staff or not. I was gonna ask my jiu-jitsu coach today. I was gonna ask, or like the instructor, I was gonna be like, yo, is this staff or not? Like, what do you think? But I didn't in the end. But I don't know, it looks kind of weird because like it's, I feel like I've had something like that before where it's like a pimple and you like pop it wrong and then it just kind of fucks up. But it could be staph. If he is staph and he's on antibiotics, he could be in trouble. If he's not on antibiotics for it and he's just chilling, you know what I mean? And he's like, fuck it, I'll firm it, then he's probably all right. Praying, although I love AJ, I have to root for Ngannou. I think AJ gets it done, but I think that Ngannou's stock still doesn't go down the drain. I think it will be a close-ish fight. Maybe a TKO, but I think Ngannou round 9 by KO, the 3 knockdown rule. You think Ngannou gets 3 knockdowns? The thing is, AJ did look a little bit chinny. It depends what AJ comes out. It depends what AJ we see. That's like the biggest thing. Because if we see like the aggressive AJ, he could get him out of there. But if we see like this kind of timid AJ that comes out and he wants to be super technical behind his jab, it's like, then fuck knows. Fuck knows. Is it real Fury didn't train for Francis? He probably didn't train that hard, but he definitely trained. I will put number of rounds on 8.5 over. I don't mind that one either. I think that's a good bet too. Big Bang Zhang is next. Zhang is so fucking huge. It's unbelievable. What did Zhang weigh in at? He must have weighed in at 300-ish. Let me look up Zhang weigh in. Like, he is so unbelievably big. Even next to different heavyweights, he looks huge. He might, yeah. See, Zhang weighs in at 290 pounds. Like, he is so fucking big. It is unbelievable. Is that too big? Is he too big at 290? Joseph Parker, by the way, to show you the difference, Joseph Parker weighed in at 248. Zhang weighed in at 291. There is a 43-pound difference. 43 pounds. 43-pound difference between them. Fuck me. To give you a reference, that would be like me fighting against someone that's like 108 kg or something. Because I'm pretty sure 42 pounds is 20 kg. That's like you fighting against someone that's 20 kg heavier than you. That is a fucking lot. Zhang's so underrated, man. Him versus Ngannou would be quite good. I think he'd smoke Ngannou, to be honest. Zhang is a guy that I want to see at the top of the heavyweight division. Like, I think, well, he is at the top of the heavyweight division, but I want to see him, like, fighting for titles. I'm not sure with, like, how much star power he has if they'll actually give him the shot at it, but he's definitely good enough. I'd like to see him versus Usyk. Just for a kind of, like, that matchup. You know, that matchup where Zhang comes in weighing 290 and Usyk comes in weighing, like, 223 or whatever he weighs in at. What does Usyk usually weigh in at? He usually weighs in at, like, 233, right? My bad, I shouldn't do that in front of the mic. That is on me. When is Fury Usyk rescheduled for? It's like May 7th, isn't it? Usyk weighs in at 100 kg. Yeah, so Usyk weighs in 26 kg lighter than what Tyson Fury does. It is fucking wild. The Ukrainian came in at 15 stone, 11 pounds and 10 ounces, having weighed at then career heaviest 221 pounds when he fought AJ. Usyk fighting a guy that's 50 pounds heavier than him and still beating him is fucking wild. Usyk Zhang, by the way, if they both weighed in at what they weighed in last, there would be a 70-pound difference between both of them. I think I seen the fight Zhang versus Hrgovic. It was close, but I think he got robbed. I think that Hrgovic won that fight. Hrgovic is another guy that's a fucking dog. Hrgovic is a dog at heavyweight. Heavyweight's a politics game a little bit though too, because like AJ's going to bring in stupid pay-per-view numbers. I might take Poirier by decision for 299. I struggle to see Poirier finish Benoit, but I could see him doing him on points. Doing him on points. Like we haven't seen Benoit's cardio over 5 rounds, and that's a little bit dodgy for me when you look at it. Like we haven't seen how good his cardio is. Let's change this up here to the fight that we all want to see: Parker versus Zhang. They've got Manny Pacquiao in attendance. Is it the same as last time where they had like every big celebrity in there? Hrgovic is so good. He is a dog. Hrgovic is really, really, really fucking good. I wouldn't mind seeing Zhang and Hrgovic run it back, to be honest. I would not mind seeing that. Parker versus Zhang. I think that'd be a good fight. I think that'd be a good fight. I'm not going to go through my bets for 299 today because I want to save that for the early prelim tomorrow because we know that the first early prelim tomorrow is a snoozer. But We can look at the odds. We can look at the odds for it. I've got that bet on. That's a little bet to cover the other one, you know what I mean? I think that bet should come through. Although I legit don't think we've had a bet come through this year. So do not tail me right now, boys. When I'm hot, I'll start heating up. I'll start heating up at some point this year. I guarantee it. But right now, man's not hot. Yeah, word to Tiny Tempa, man's not hot. It's not Tiny Tempa. What's the guy's name? What's that guy's name, bro? What's that guy's name? Fuck me, I can't remember his name. Man's not hot, never hot. You know that guy that made that song. Fuck me, I can't remember his name. Anyway, let's take a look at the fights tomorrow. We're not putting on a bet now. We're just looking at odds, okay? We're just looking at the odds. You got Curtis Blades, Jelton Almeida. Give me Jelton in that one. You got Pyotr Yan, Song Yadong. Looking at the odds, I think that Pyotr Yan for that price is a great price for Pyotr Yan. Song Yadong looked sharp when I was watching him on the pods, though. He looked sharp on the pods. I think I was watching it 2 days ago. It might have been on Embedded. He looked good. He looked really, really good. I feel like I'm kind of rooting for Joseph Parker in this fight because his coach is Irish. His coach's name is Andy Lee. He's Irish. He was also a world champion, Andy Lee. Pedro Munoz, Kyler Phillips. What the fuck? Is this where the cards actually lined up? I feel like Mikael Pereira, Michael Olegzuzik is a little bit too far down this card. I feel like you could almost put that one tucked in behind Gamrot against RDA. Like, I feel like that's a big time fight. Despania being here is kind of understandable because, you know, it's his first fight in the UFC. That's also a lock at 1.28. What are the odds on him via KO? Via KO? Yeah, they just know he's going to go out there and get a KO. To be fair, Josh Parisian's kind of being set up there. Let's take a look further down the card a little bit. O'Malley against Cheeto. Yeah, I think those odds are right. I'm so confident that Sean O'Malley wins that fight. The Dustin Poirier against Benoit Saint. That's what the odds are? The odds are that wide? Dustin Poirier will be in multiple parlays tomorrow. He will be in multiple parlays tomorrow. That's what the odds are? What's Dustin Poirier by decision? 10-1? I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. Dustin Poirier by decision is 10-1. That's fucking wild. That is absolutely wild. Dustin Poirier is 10-1. I don't mind that odds. Gilbert Burns not being a favorite, that was a little bit weird to me, but Despania by KO, I agree pretty much completely. I think that Despania pretty much has it locked up via KO. That like he's just gonna get a finish. It's pretty much tailor-made from set up for him to get that finish. I don't see him getting finished, but it's probably gonna be a close split decision. I'll see you tomorrow night. Gonna watch these two fights with my dad. You're good, bro. Despania by first round KO. Yeah, actually, we do need to look at first round. What would first round look like for him? I think that a first round KO is not that unlikely. Like if it's gonna be anything, it's gonna be first round KO. I think the odds are gonna be really shit on it though. They're not too bad. They're not too bad. 1.62. I honestly don't think that's bad. This is a fight that I feel like is a dodgy one to bet on. That's a dodgy one to bet on. Burns and Jack Della is going to be a decision. I don't disagree. I think that it could 100% be a decision. See, I think I'd love to see. Let me see right now. What are the odds on Gilbert Burns getting it done via submission? Because I think Gilbert Burns locking up a submission against him, it's not that unlikely here at 4.75 to 1. There's no, bro, we might have to put a lot of bets on tomorrow. We might have to put a lot of bets on tomorrow. Because like looking at the odds that they're handing out here, I feel like there's a few freebies in this one, boys. I feel like there's a few freebies in this one. The Sky Sports cast for these fights is fucking sick. Earlier on, they had Ben Whitaker. They've got fucking what's his name, the heavyweight. Oh my god, I fucking forgot his name. The guy from Ipswich. He's got a fight coming up soon. What's his name? He kind of looks like if Zhang was English. That's what he looks like. I can't fucking remember his name. Oh my god, it's gonna fucking piss me off. Okay, I gotta look it up. It's fucking pissed me off. Bro, I'm so bad with names, it's not even funny. Ipswich heavyweight. Fabio Wardley. I didn't even have to look it up, it came to my head. Fabio Wardley, that's his name. Mikael Pereira might gas out and lose on decision. See, the thing is, like, Mikael Oleg Jusic is a guy that also doesn't, like, he doesn't have a crazy gas tank. He's more a guy that's, like, there for KO power, you know what I mean? Like, he's probably going to get a knockout. That one's going to be a super fun fight. Joanna Wood, Mariana Moros is a stinker, I'll be real. That's a bit of a stinker. But apart from that, the whole card pretty much cooks. Like, the whole card is pretty much elite apart from that. But that fight, I will give it to you, it's a bit of a dud. I still can't believe those Dustin Poirier odds. Those Dustin Poirier odds are actually outrageous. Like, him being 4.5, what is it, 9.5 to 1 for getting it done via decision. Like, I don't see Benoit getting finished. I don't see Benoit getting finished 100%. And then I don't see Dustin Poirier getting finished either. Not on the feet. It's the CTE, bro. He's already starting, but he hasn't even looked too chinny. Like, yeah, he got knocked out by Gaethje with that head kick, but I don't think that he's like chinny. Maybe he is. Will Sugar get decision or KO? Ooh, I think in my prediction video I said Sugar via decision. Because Cheeto's got a great chin. But if Cheeto's injured, you don't know. You really don't know. I'm definitely picking Sean O'Malley for that, though. I think that's an easier fight for Sugar than people are making it out to be. I think that people are making it out as if that's like a real hard fight for him. I actually don't think it is. I think that fight's pretty standard. Like, I don't know. I struggle to see what Cheeto does well against Sean O'Malley. Like something that Cheeto could, hurt Sean O'Malley with. Because yes, he does have those leg kicks. He does have that, like, the way that their stances line up, the leg kick should be open. But apart from that, there's really nothing. And Cheeto O'Malley's a guy that gets that kind of brain freeze, you know what I mean? Corey Sandhagen pretty much overloaded his brain. I think that Sean O'Malley's going to do something very similar, where he just overloads his brain. I wonder, is there a boxing Reddit that we could look to see what people's predictions are for this? Because to be fair, Saudi Arabia might have the worst event pacing I've ever seen out of any event. Like, they were meant to walk out 40 minutes ago, bro. 40 minutes ago. Or / boxing. Let's take a look at this. Fight thread. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. Zhang Zhang versus Joseph Parker. Ray Vargas versus Nick Ball. This was actually meant to be a really, really good fight. Israel Madrimov versus Magomed Kurbanov. Fuck me, the Dagestanis are just taking over anything. I just know that you should bet the house on Poirier and Robles. I'm not sure about the house on Poirier, but I think that for the odds that he's at, it's definitely a good bet. Other undercard fights, we don't really care about that. Looking for a way to watch the fight, we got you covered on Discord. What the fuck about this? I'm trying to turn a non-boxing fan into a casual. The Saudi pacing isn't helping. Exactly what I just said. The Saudi pacing is dog shit. Who do you think wins, Ngannou or Joshua, and how? I'm going Joshua wins via decision. Jokes on all of you. There's still a 45-minute little waiting concert to go. Is that actually real? I thought that was a joke, but then I thought to myself, that might actually be true. That might be facts. Zhang is wearing hearing aids? What the fuck? I think you're going to bed and catching the fight on YouTube tomorrow. Yeah. Bro, I just don't understand how the pacing is so dog shit on these cards. Thing is, they might set up BSD to win so he climbs the rankings and then Poirier gets 2 losses in a row. I think that, like, I'm happy with either outcome, to be honest. Like, there's not a bad outcome for me in those fights. Where it's like, you kind of look at it and you're like, well, if Benoit wins it, we have new blood at lightweight. We have a new guy at lightweight that's, like, really, really good. But if Dustin Poirier wins it, like, I don't mind Dustin Poirier. Is this real? Is this Crawford against Chris Eubank Jr. fight real? Is that a real fight? Does anyone know? Because I looked at that earlier on Instagram and I was like, is this fucking, like, is this right? Because I didn't see Terence Crawford like retweet it or tweet about it or like reply or anything. So I don't know if that's actually real. Crawford's first fight at 160 and Eubank's most skilled opponent yet. I think that Crawford would absolutely smoke him. I think that in that Crawford Eubank Jr. fight that Crawford gets rid of him fast. Bomac does train both, so it's a difficult one. Bomac training both of them, it's like, that just shows you. I don't think they'd fight each other though. Like, it doesn't make sense if you both have the same trainer. I love Dustin and Justin, but I want to see new blood. like, I can't blame you for that. I think that, like, they do need to fight the guys that are below them, but if they beat the guys that are below them, I'm happy to see them. What's good, Cybers? How are you, G? He now both Mac. He would alternate starting Bud's corner for round 1, arriving Eubanks for round 4, and back to Bud's for round 8. Bro, people are torching him as if Bomac's going to do that much exercise in 48 minutes. To be fair, Bomac is a big motherfucker. That's the face-off. To be fair, AJ does look Ngannou make small. AJ does make Ngannou look small, even though technically Ngannou's meant to weigh 20 pounds more. It's probably in his fucking head. He does have a big fucking head. When is the main event starting? Fuck knows, brother. Pretty sure it was meant to start at 10 past 11. Maybe 10 past midnight. I know that there was a thing where, like, they pushed it back an hour. Prediction thread: Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. Anyone making the risk being humiliated in a post-prediction thread hall of shame. Do not come crying to me if you fail to predict the obvious Ngannou first round KO. You tab your own risk rule. Enter your prediction in simple format like done below. If you want to write a shoot speed on how problem Jake Paul knocks out you, these bums go wild. Believe your. Okay. Francis Ngannou by KO, 4th round uppercut after clinch. Homie just casually rocking with a German rap. What the fuck? Decision by AJ, knockdown by Ngannou. Do you really think that? I'm not sure if Ngannou gets a knockdown against AJ. I'm not sure if that happens. I have absolutely no idea, but I wouldn't be surprised to see any result I've seen in the last fight. Joshua wins by UD. Each fighter gets knocked down at least once. If Joshua gets knocked down, I could see Ngannou finishing him. Damn, who is this Sky Sports broadcaster? She is fucking bad as shit. Holy fuck. She's been mewing too. You can see it, like, her cheeks are in here like this. Ngannou KO round 8. Like, bear in mind, boys, this isn't something where it's like, you know, kind of unbiased. This is on or/boxing. So this is who the boxing heads are. You know what I mean? These are guys that not only love boxing, but love boxing enough to talk about it on Reddit. I don't know how people think that Cheeto wins. I think the same thing. I struggle to see how Cheeto wins it. Joshua knocks him out early. See, my thing is, I don't think Joshua's going to come out and try and knock him out early, because Ngannou's got so much power that it's like, if Joshua comes out there and really tries to, like, bang with him early, I think that's when he could get caught and hurt. What are your thoughts on Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul? I've seen a lot of outrage about it, but my thing is, like, Mike Tyson's a grown-ass man, you know what I mean? Like, if he wanted the fight, he takes the fight, sure. Like, it's not like Mike Tyson really needs the money, you know what I mean? Mike Tyson, it's not a situation. I'd think differently if it was a boxer that was, like, you know, broke and kind of, you know, was showing real signs of CTE after the fights that he's had and was just doing it for the money. Like, if we saw him fight like fucking Chuck Liddell or Tito Ortiz or something, then I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? But Mike Tyson's a grown-ass man. He's made the decision to sign the contract. He's made the decision because of the money. He doesn't need the money. So I think that, you know, I'm not super annoyed like other people are. Ngannou gets a knockdown for sure, and the fight goes to late rounds or decision. That's one thing I agree on. I think the fight goes late. Joshua pulls a Ruiz 2 performance and stinks but wins. See, it's a difficult fight for AJ because it's like, you don't really win anything out of it, you know what I mean? Like, nobody really thinks that you're that guy now because of what you've done. AJ via armbar. Imagine Francis Ngannou pulls out the Dylan Dennis, just puts him in a fucking guillotine. Joshua by split decision, Ngannou gets a knockdown. Fury jumps in the ring and beats both of them. Bro, Tyson Fury's looking absolutely fucking shredded for his fight. For his fight against Usyk, holy shit, does he look shredded. So does Francis Ngannou, too fair. I'm watching Francis Ngannou shadowbox for this fight. Fuck me, the guy is absolutely diced. Like, you can just see his arms are just so big. Tyson should stay well away. No one beats time. Yeah, I think that he should. Like, trust me, I don't think that Mike Tyson should take that fight. Yeah, but I also, like, he's a grown-ass man. He signed the contract himself. He doesn't need the money. So I'm not like, oh, why is Jake Paul doing this? It makes sense monetarily. It's not on pay-per-view, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's on just a straight-up Netflix. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's just on straight-up Netflix, so it'll get a ton of fucking views. They'll both make a shitload of money. AJ will probably fight like Ruiz too. He can still hurt Ngannou if he'll go to the body. That's the thing. I think that's the way that we could see AJ get a finish. If there was like a prop bet to bet on AJ finish via body shot, I think that's where I'd go. That's where I'd go. What are the odds on Usyk Fury? That's what I want to look at. What are the odds on Usyk against Tyson Fury? These odds are fucking close odds. Because I remember that it was like Tyson Fury was a big favorite, and then he had that performance against Ngannou, and then fucking everybody started to pour shitloads of money on Usyk in this fight. But yeah, no, I think that Jake Paul wins that pretty easy. I think that Jake Paul wins that pretty easy. Do people have so much confidence in do people have so much confidence from that one fight? They think that Francis will win this fight. I'm certain if Fury ever faces Ngannou again, he will beat him and do it comfortably. He made a tough night for himself by underestimating Ngannou. Now he's fighting AJ. All I see are comments about how Francis wins this and wins this easily, which is pretty absurd. I thought these were comments from just MMA fans back in their I've realized same opinion everywhere. I kind of get the same things. Where I don't see Francis winning this fight. AJ's not getting a finish, no way. I think he could get a finish to the body. I think he could. Finally, a fucking hour late, Joseph Parker is walking out. An hour late, Joseph Parker is walking out. Fuck me, bro. The pacing on these events might actually kill me. Like, it is the worst thing about these events. Bear in mind, I started streaming when I thought I like turned the TV on, being like, okay, yeah, no, these guys they're going to be walking out right now. Because I looked it up on Bet365. Usually when you look it up on Bet365 or wherever you look it up on, you know, Stake, anywhere, usually they have the timings right for the event. Nope, they did not. The floor thing is cool as fuck. If Joshua loses, he'll probably take the take Ngannou to Cameroon. That would be fucking sick. Seeing like a big fight in Africa, that would be fire. I do think that like when you see like the viewers' verdict things is the thing that pops up here. I know that MMA has a similar thing where you can look at like how the fans are scoring rounds and how the fans have scored a fight. I'm not sure if you heard that or not, but if you did hear that, you know, keep it yourself. But how the fans score fights, most of the time they get it right. Did you listen to the clip where Francis cooks Tyson Fury? Yeah. Francis is always like, it's the same way that Sugar cooks like Devin Haney whenever they get into an argument, or Ryan Garcia whenever they get into an argument, because they can legit just be like, well, you're lucky this is boxing and not real fighting, because if this was real fighting, I'd finish you in one round. And what are they going to say to that? What's Tyson Fury going to say? No, I'll fight you in MMA. I'll beat you in MMA as well. Like, no, he won't. He just straight up won't. So it's like, what are you going to do? Joseph Parker shaking hands with Turkey Al Sheikh. I don't know what his actual name is, but I always hear people, because people always fuck up the pronunciation of his name. I have to say, I absolutely despise what he's wearing to the ring. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it just looks ugly as shit. I wonder how much they're getting paid for this. Not Fury and Ngannou. I know that, or not Fury and Ngannou, AJ and Ngannou. I know that Tyson Fury. Oh shit. Tyson Fury's in Joseph Parker's corner. I did not know that. I know that they like kind of train around the same type of people, but it's weird for me to have like a top heavyweight that could potentially, he's probably not going to be, but that could potentially be a challenger to Tyson Fury, and they're both in the same camp. I was thinking that's weird. But yeah, no, for every single boxer, there's like nothing that you can say if an MMA fighter's like, well, if it's MMA, I'd fuck you up, because it's true. Big Bang Zhang is walking out now. He looks kind of like a chipmunk. I don't know how to describe it. He looks chipmunky. Ngannou's a dangerous man, but they're forgetting who's getting in the ring with. AJ's going to do some damage. I think that he will. I think most fans root with their heart. People love the idea of a strong and charismatic champ. Ngannou fits the bill. He's likable but not weak, unlike AJ, with physical and mental breakdowns on camera, unlike Fury, who's now been alienated all but the most psychotic fans through his antics. Okay, I can't fucking read for shit. Who by now has alienated all the most psychotic fans through his antics. To be fair, that's just tied badly. I'm excited for this one though. This one should be an absolute banger. Watch Joshua talk about how smart he is when he loses. To be fair, Joshua is a smart boxer. Why am I getting, did NFL salaries explode and kill the heavyweight division of boxing? Okay, that makes sense. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He's a guy that you see like all the old heads talk about 24/7. I might get copyright on that. I'm not trying to do that. PBC will present Canelo versus Munguia. What do you think about Canelo versus Munguia, boys? I think that Canelo versus Munguia is actually probably like, it's a good fight for Canelo. It's not Benavidez. Everyone's Benavidez or Crawford. Obviously, they're the fights we want. But Munguia is way better than Charlo. Munguia's way better than Charlo, so at least it's something. It's not what we want, but it's not bad either. It's a one-fight deal, apparently, too, the PBC. The PBC deal is a one-fight deal. Then we're going to see, I just want to see, get us over to Saudi Arabia, Turkey Al Sheikh, make it happen, make Benavidez versus Canelo happen, put the money on the table, make it happen. Watch Joshua talk about how smart he is when he loses. I already read that. I fucking do that all the time. Is none of Zhang's corners Chinese? I thought he trained in China. Where does he train? If Crawford beats Canelo, is he into GOAT combos? I feel like he's already greatest of all time. Combos is difficult. He's already one of the greatest of all time. I'd say maybe like top 15, 16. The only problem that Crawford has is that he didn't get that worldwide recognition. He didn't get that worldwide recognition until he was kind of at the later stages of his career. Like until he beat Errol, he didn't really get that recognition that he probably deserved. You know what I mean? He didn't get like that, the eyes that he probably deserved. Because I feel like the casual fan, like the casual in terms of boxing that like only really knows like Canelo and might know, you know, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, might know Devin Haney now. I feel like they didn't know who Terence Crawford was until he beat Errol Spence. When Terence Crawford was like undisputed world champion at 140. Like when he was doing the things, you know what I mean? And it's unlucky for Terence because the thing is that like they just had no 147s on like Terence Crawford's promoters just had no 147s. Errol Spence had all of the 147s. So he was the one that was able to like build up his resume and like go against all these different 147s. So it's difficult. Where would you boys rank Crawford in terms of GOAT conversation though? Where would you rank him? I think it's difficult. Do you think Dustin Poirier is one of the best lightweights ever? Yeah, I think he's up there. I'm trying to think really good lightweights. You have, it's difficult because he never held an undisputed belt. So I always think it's difficult to put him up there with guys that have held a belt. I think it's difficult to put him above guys like that. His resume is god tier though. Like he's beat some really good guys. He's beat tons of good fighters. But then you look at like can you put him over? So let's run through quick top 5. You can't put him over Khabib, Islam, Charles. You can't put him over BJ Penn. And then like we look down a little bit and you look like Benson Henderson. Can you put him over Benson Henderson? Can you put him over like can you put him over Pettis? I'm trying to think of the other lightweight champs. Can you put him over Eddie Alvarez? He has beat Eddie Alvarez, but he just didn't beat him while he was champion. So it's like I don't know. He's a super difficult one. I feel like he's top 10 at lightweight ever. I feel like that's not. What do you think, boys? Top 10 at lightweight ever for Dustin Poirier? I feel like that's not a bad shout. I'm getting the timer ready because we actually have a fight that's about to go on. Thank fucking Jesus. 3-minute timer over here. I'm excited for this one. I think Zhang gets it done via KO. Zhang's just so big. Like when you look at him compared to any other heavyweight, he just looks huge. But could I see Joseph Parker maybe on the outside getting it done? Yeah, no, he might. Zhang's 26-1-1 with 21 knockouts. Hit the likes, bro. My guy Patrick, you know, knows what's going on. Tony, yeah, I feel like Tony never had undisputed 155 champion status either. So it's like, but Tony's, would I put Tony over Dustin Poirier is an interesting conversation, actually. When I think about it, Tony over Dustin Poirier is an interesting conversation. What do you think about that? Who's a better 155er? I feel like Tony at his peak was probably better, but then like we do have to consider the downfall that he's had a little bit too. I like top 10. Yeah, no, I don't mind top 10 either. I think he's just on the outside of the guys that haven't been champion. I'd probably put him just under Gaethje. Him and Tony is close. Him and Tony's real close. We're about to have a fight starting here. They do touch gloves. They were always going to touch gloves. I always think it's weird, like for Zhang, I think to myself, like, how do his corner like talk to him that well? You know what I mean? Like, surely he might be. I don't know if he's fluent in English or not, but his corner definitely doesn't talk to him in Chinese, right? Am I bugging? Maybe his corner does talk to him in Chinese, but okay, we have started. Round 1 has commenced. One of 2 big fights on the night. The timer's actually 1 or 2 seconds behind. I'll fix that for last one. You can't lose 7 straight. I do agree. I do agree that I feel like Dustin's probably a little bit above him just because of that tail end of his career. I think that like if you're just comparing boxers here, I think that Joseph Parker is one of the best technical boxers in the heavyweight division. But then when you look at like power, you look at like how big Zhang is fucking monstrous. Like if you look at him right now in the ring and you look at how he looks compared to Parker, you can just see that there's just a big size difference. He's got like the kind of flab down here. He's trying to establish himself. He's trying to push. What Zhang's trying to do is he's trying to, you know, close the ring off, trying to push Parker up against the rope so he can unload that right hand. You can kind of see that, like, you can see he's kind of like squeezing it a little bit, you know what I mean? He's like ready, he's loading it up, ready to show it. I would like to see if Parker could like pull down that lead hand and then throw a hook over it. I think that shot's open. Nice right hand to the body from Parker. To be fair, Zhang, see, look, the right hand was there. As soon as he got him pinned up against the fence, how fast these guys throw is fucking unbelievable to me for how big they are. Like, how fast that Zhang punch comes, like, that's as fast as a punch I'd probably throw. And the guy weighs, like, a third of what I weigh. Or, no, he weighs, like, a third more than what I weigh. If he weighed a third more than what I weighed, I'd be fucked. Do you think BJ Penn is over DP because Penn and Ferguson are quite similar? I think BJ Penn's in GOAT conversation at 155. Like, he's a legit top 155er ever. He's top 5 for me at 155. For all the shit that he done, like, some people have him as the GOAT at 155. I don't really like how Joseph Parker is getting pinned up against the ropes here. You know what I mean? I don't like how he's constantly on the back foot because it does just take one shot. It does just take one shot. Dustin's better than BJ Penn? No, I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with all that. I think BJ's definitely... I don't even think that they're in the same bracket for me. He's just imposing himself with that jab over the top, and then you can see that he's just ready to land that. I'd like to see Parker slip outside a little bit more. He kind of slips downwards like this, you know what I mean? I'd like to see him slip out away from the jab because it feels like he's just going to slip into a right hand. See, that's the shot I wanted him to throw there, that little left hook around the outside. What MMA fighter do you think would be successful if he transitioned to boxing? It's difficult because, like, there's a few different questions in that. Because it's like, who do I think is the best boxer inside the UFC? It's like, you look at Petr Yan, you look at Dustin Poirier, you look at all of these different guys. But I think if those guys went into boxing, they're too small where the guys will be too skilled. Like, you can't put Petr Yan up against, like, Gervonta Davis or Shakur Stevenson. And you definitely can't put, like, you can't put Dustin Poirier in there against Bud, you know what I mean? Or even put him in there against, like, Charlo, you couldn't put him in there. Dustin's BJJ would be good enough to hang with BJ. Oh, I don't know about that. BJ Penn was a monster on the ground. Bro, BJ Penn was a fucking, what's the competition called? It's not, bro, why am I fucking blanking on the competition's name? The thing that comes around every 2 years for jiu-jitsu. It's like the Jiu-Jitsu World Championships. Bro, I can't fucking... Craig Jones said that he wasn't going to compete, or that he wasn't going to compete unless they increased the prize money in it. Fuck me, what is it called? It begins with like an N, I think. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. One of you will fucking point out what I'm trying to say, but BJ Penn won that for black belts after like 3 years, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he got his black belt in 3 years and then went and won Worlds, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. That's a 5-minute timer, so I'm going to be 5. Change you to 3. How would I score that first round? I'm probably saying that, I started the timer a little bit early, but I'm probably saying that Zhang wins that round. Yeah, Zhang 1-0. Are we pretty much unanimous inside of a Zhang 1-0? 2-12. I see, the thing is, I don't like Parker boxing off his back foot. I think that he had his best moments against Deontay Wilder when he was able to put Deontay Wilder on the back foot. Yes, Deontay Wilder isn't good off his back foot. And it's kind of like, it's that size difference as well. Because if you look at Parker and Wilder, Parker was probably the bigger fighter against Zhang. Or Parker was probably the bigger fighter against Wilder. Whereas Zhang, it's a difficult guy to push back just because he's so big. ADCC, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, but I think that I'm pretty sure BJ Penn won ADCC for black belts after 3 years, which is just fucking outrageous. Dustin's striking level is above, Dustin's striking is levels above BJ Penn. Yeah, but BJ Penn pretty much everywhere else is levels above. 2 minutes left in the second round. It's once again like, I'm not sure, the game plan just looks weird here to stay on your back foot against a power puncher. I also don't like the way that Parker circling into Zhang's right hand. You know what I mean? You kind of always want to circle away from the power hand because then you're throwing it across from you. Like, it's difficult if he's circling left to get the right hand to get the power to throw across. Whereas if he's circling towards you, it's just a bop. You know what I mean? Right there. So I don't like the way that he's circling into that right hand, but there's probably something to do with it. There's some kind of game plan with it. Another thing about Zhang that I hadn't really realized until this fight is that when he throws his jab, it comes down kind of low. You know, like when he throw, most people, they say like, when you throw a jab, you should throw it like bang, and then, ooh, Zhang. See, that's the problem right there. Zhang had him pinned up against the ropes, and all of a sudden it's just a big body shot. You know what I mean? As soon as he gets you pinned up against the ropes, that's when you're in trouble. That's when he pretty much immediately has to go into the clinch. But what was I saying? When Zhang throws that jab, I feel like you could throw over it or throw with him. You know what I mean? Because when he throws it, he kind of throws it and it comes back and then comes up here. If you look at like after, where it goes after he throws it. But that could also just be a result of him being on the front foot. See, yeah. Parker keeps on trying to throw that hook that I was talking about in the first round where like he comes over it with a left hook. Which makes sense. Look at me. Look at me. Absolutely, just an absolute boxing masterclass from your boy. His back is already all fucking scratched up just from the clinches with Zhang. We haven't seen that's been anything really major in these two rounds. Although I think that Parker's done a lot of the better work in the second round. I'd probably give him the second round as of right now. The thing with Zhang is that when you're that big, coming in at that weight, it's like, it's going to be difficult for you to go 12 rounds with a guy that's 40 pounds shorter, 40 pounds lighter than you. It's like, it's going to be a bit of a difficult one when you get into that 10th, that 11th, that 12th, because the weight does, like, you do drag that weight around a little bit. Especially because it's not like in Ngannou where, like, they're both double ripped, you know what I mean? Like, Zhang's got a bit of pork on him, you know what I mean? He's got a bit of fat on him. You can definitely tell that he's been indulging in some of those Chinese delicacies. Because, yeah, no, the guy's fucking... I don't understand how, like, what's the average height in China? The average height in China is what? Like, probably 5'3" or something? 5'2", maybe? Let's look up average height in China. I don't know how they fucking come out with these monsters. Like, genetically engineered. Average height in China. Because, like, you got Zhang, you got... Who's the guy that used to play in the NBA? Yao Ming. Like, Yao Ming is fucking crazy. Okay, no, it's actually not that crazy. The average height in China is 5'6". Oh no, that's for males. 5'6" for males, 5'1.5" inches for women. So it's, you know, it's not that it's actually not that bad. But how they come out with a monster like Zhang, I don't fucking know. Because he is huge. Like, the guy is fucking monstrously big. I'll start timer. See, you can just see that there's just a little bit more behind his punches. When he lands that jab, it just seems to affect Joseph Parker a little bit more. You know what I mean? Joseph Parker can feel that jab. Oh, fuck me. 2 minutes 30. We're at 150. And timer is on. I do feel like that's 1-1 round count. How are you scoring it right now, boys? 1-1? I don't like with Saudi Arabia, the way that you see, like, there's lights on, like, the front bits of the crowd pretty much all around, but then it's just darkness beyond that. I don't like that. I kind of like to see, like, the lights throughout all the crowd, just to see, like, how full the stadium is. I had to let out a nasty fart there, my bad. That's why I had to mute. Damn, that one's... I always feel like it's actually... Ooh, that was a nice left hook by Zhang. It kind of caught him clean. He's starting to land a little bit more, Zhang. Now, this is the problem. This is where, like, the red lights are going, the blinkers are going. As soon as you're up against the ropes, against a guy that's that big, that's got that much power, it's just a difficult fight. It's a difficult fight for Joseph Parker because Zhang can just bully him up against the ropes. He can just push him up against the ropes, and then he'll land from there. And even in the clinch, he can make him hold his weight. You can see Zhang definitely, those body shots are not going to affect him because that brother has got a bit of a belly on him. You know what I mean? He does not look jacked. He's not like fucking Ngannou where they're both walking in, they're both absolutely jacked. It's actually been an interesting fight though so far. 2.5 rounds in, 3 rounds in. I think it's been a good fight. It's been a tactical one where you see, like, I would like to see Zhang kind of put the pressure on a little bit more. Kind of start to, because anytime he has him up against the ropes, anytime he has put him under pressure, like, Joseph Parker just pretty much constantly goes into clinch. So it's obviously not a position he wants to be in. Oh, Big Bang Zhang with a knockdown in round 3, knocks him down, a straight right hand right to the chin. He doesn't look like he's overly wobbled by that, but that was a big boy right hand in round 3. I'm telling you, bro, the guy just has stupid power. It didn't even look like he got 100% on that. Oh, Parker is on shaky legs. He is on shaky legs. Could see a finish in round 3 here, boys. That was a big shot. Parker up against the ropes. He needs to clinch here. Okay, yeah, no, he's got to clinch. He's got to clinch. They're going to separate. 27 seconds left for Joseph Parker to survive this round. That wasn't even... It didn't even feel like he got a huge amount of torque on that. It was just a big left hand. Sorry, by the way. It wasn't a right hand. I didn't realize Zhang came out southpaw. But it was just a big left hand. It's one of those ones where you get your feet in between Joseph Parker's legs. You can just land. 10 seconds left in this one. Zhang isn't really looking to go in for the finish here, but he's kind of unloading on him in the corner. Oh, that was a big boy left hand down the middle. That just caught him flush right on the nose. Just caught him flush right on the nose. He did look wobbled after he got up. I thought that he wasn't. I thought he was okay. But then we saw him get up and he definitely looked wobbled. Zhang has that dog in him. Yeah, he's different. He's a different fucking breed, bro. I really do want to see him against like the best of the best heavyweights. That nose is already completely fucking swollen. Let's take a look at this. He didn't even get a whole bunch of like... He didn't get a lot of torque behind that left hand. You know what I mean? It wasn't something where like it's a big kind of... You see like the right shoulder come in and he whips it around. And you see like that he gets like the perfect leverage from the hips. It didn't really look like that. It just kind of looked like a bang. Like it just kind of came out there and just kind of like twisted on it. It didn't... Yeah, see that jab? It's a heavy jab too. You can see it's just kind of like a push jab. Because obviously they're doing like the little hand fighting. Oh yeah, and then you squeeze the right hand through the middle. Zhang's boxing pretty much perfectly right now. Just setting up that right hand pretty much perfectly. Getting his feet in between. He's landing that right hand pretty much at will. Pretty much at will. Parker's all busted up. His nose is all busted up. Blood running all the way down his nose. Nice right hand from Parker to answer, though, to be fair. Like, he needs to show a bit of life in this fight. He needs to, you know, show something that he's still okay. I'd like to see him keep that right hand. Oh, that was a fast check hook by Zhang. Parker tried to throw a 1-2, and Zhang just came in right away just with the fast little check hook. I thought that one would have hurt him more, to be honest. They're the ones you usually think are going to hurt more, because obviously you don't see it coming. You're not expecting it to come, and it just lands flush. Now Parker's starting to turn the gas on a little bit. He's starting to go at him a little bit more. Throw a few more combos. He just threw a 1-2-3. I want to see him work the body a little bit. I want to see him throw that left hook to the body, because when it's southpaw on orthodox, that liver shot is very, very open. Like that's a shot that's difficult to set up. When it's orthodox on orthodox or southpaw on southpaw, because the liver shot's just far away that you kind of feel like you have to curl your arm around in to get to it. But when there's a southpaw there, it's just right there. Parker's done well in this round, to be fair. Round 3's a 10-8 for me, but he's showing life. He's coming back into it a little bit here, which, you know, you like to see. I want to see this fight go on a little bit, because it means that the pacing just won't be as bad. Like, if Zhang finishes him now, we're not going to see AJ and Ngannou walk out for like another hour. So, fuck no. So we're just going to be talking about fights, which, to be fair, there's worse things to do. Nice body shot there by Parker. He likes that right hand to the body. That one looked clean to me. I didn't think... That one actually didn't look bad to me. They said it was a low blow by Parker, but I actually thought that one was clean. He's just Parker's struggling to find it clean on his shin. That was a big right hand by Parker. Landed just an over the top, just an overhand right. Oh shit, my OBS connection. Are we back? I didn't even see it. I think we're back. I think we're good. My bad. I didn't see that. I didn't see that we disconnected there for a second. That was on me, and I didn't do the fucking timer. I was too enthralled in this fight. It's been a good fight so far. The thing is, Zhang is just landing that right hand constantly through the middle of that right hand. Just doink, 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 doink. Right on his fucking head. What's he talking to him about? Another low blow? It must be 2 low blows, right? I think that it must be two low blows is what he's talking to him about. I didn't see that second one there because I was looking off. I thought the round was over. I'd probably say it's... You've obviously got the 10-8 in round 3, but I think that... I don't know. I I actually don't know how I'd score it right now. You have the 10-8 in round 3. I'd probably give that round to Parker, so I'm giving 2 and 4 to Parker, and then 1 and 3. But you have the 10-8 in round 3. I think that Parker came out there and boxed well. I do think that the only problem for Parker in those that was the check hook that I was talking about. If it was a little bit longer, it would have landed flush on his chin. It just kind of grazed off the side. But what I was saying about Zhang is you can see in these highlights that it's just kind of like the punches that he lands are just bigger. You know what I mean? He's just got that more weight behind the punches where you can feel it. Usually, like every punch that he throws, he can feel it. Round 5 starting up, I think that was I don't want to fall into this trap again, because when we saw Crawford knock Spence down early in round, I think it was round 2, and then Spence came out and had a good round 3, I fell into the trap and I was like, no, he's just warming up, and then he was not just warming up. My bad, that time is incorrect. Let's go once. To be fair, he's just getting pinned down. No, that's the problem. Joseph Parker just gets pinned down in these exchanges that we don't really want to see him get pinned down in. He's not like, I don't know. I feel like it's almost inevitable that we're going to see a Zhang KO here. I feel like once we get into that 7th, once we get into that 8th round, that accumulative damage on the nose, like he's probably going to end up coming out of this fight with a broken nose, definitely. And the footwork is what he's struggling with the most. The fact that Zhang can always get his feet inside, because if you think about Southpaw and Orthodox, okay, and you've got the Orthodox here, and the Southpaw's kind of like across him, and if I'm to do it like this, you want your feet in the center, in between both of his feet, because if your feet are in the center, you can just throw that right hand. It's why you see Zhang land that right hand just so easily. It's because he's able to get his feet in between Joseph Parker's feet. It just sets up the right hand pretty much perfectly. And then you see Zhang keeps on splitting his guard. Where like you can see that like you think the punches are just hitting his gloves, but they're going through his gloves. And you can kind of see him like kind of come back a little bit. This is what I wanted from Joseph Parker though. I want him to put Zhang on the back foot. I want him to make Zhang work a little bit. He got caught there. He tried to throw a right hand. It's just that check hook again. He's starting to bite a little bit too much on Zhang's feints. Zhang doesn't feint a whole bunch, but like any punch that's coming through, Parker's pretty much reacting to it. He's biting on it. So you can see that Parker, feels the power. He feels that there's that power there, that there's that size difference. Zhang's struggling a little bit with the footwork now too, though. He feels like he can't set up that right hand as well as he could. That right hand seems to just be slipping outside him. Round 5. This one's becoming more interesting by the minute, because I'm probably giving Parker this round 5 right now. If Parker can beat Zhang, like you've got to look at him and say, we've got to set him up for a big fight. We've got to set him up for an AJ. We've got to set him, because like beating Wilder and then Zhang back to back, you've got to give him an AJ, a Fury, a Usyk. Maybe you give him the loser of Fury and Usyk, and you give the winner of Ngannou AJ against the winner. But like, if Parker wins this fight, like that's legit. In my eyes, that's what I think is going to happen. I think that the winner of this fight gets the loser of AJ Fury. That just makes the most sense. Zhang hasn't boxed that well since we saw that knockdown in round 5. He hasn't really, we haven't seen him. I thought he was going to put the pressure on and look for a finish, but he might be a little bit tired. I'm not sure what it is, because he doesn't look like 100% like as to what he should look like. He's landed. Ooh, that was a nice right hand by Joseph Parker, just over the top of Zhang's left hand. Whenever I'm on these watch parties, because I talk a lot, I go through so much water. I'll go through like 3 liters of water every time I do this shit. Did I just watch someone in a fucking Bet365 ad drop a vape out of their pocket while riding a horse? What the fuck is going on? I do need Zhang via finish for my bet here, boys. So, prayers up that Zhang gets a finish here just for the bread. But if that doesn't go through, what are my 2 things? Oh, it's for the bet builder. So if that doesn't go through, we do have the next fight. Zhai Li Zhang. I can't fucking pronounce those like double Z's. I can never do it. Same with Wei Li Zhang in the UFC. I always fucking struggle with it. Is having the second name Zhang the best base for combat sports? Having by KO, TKO, or disqualification. To be fair, I'm like 30 seconds behind, because they said that round 6 has already started for them. I'm like 15 seconds behind, I think. Which, to be fair, for what I'm doing is not bad at all. That timer is incorrect again. Zhang will probably come back. Yeah, no, I think that Zhang's definitely gonna, you know, I have loads of faith. I have loads of faith in him to be able to, you know, come back and impose his will. But the knockout's looking a little bit scary to me. I need him to be fair, the one right hand that he landed cleanly, he put him down with. If you look at punches landed compared to throwing, Parker's thrown 33, Zhang 16. But, or no, sorry, Zhang has landed 16, Parker's landed 33. But they've both thrown the same amount of punches, so Parker's just landed at a way more efficient rate. Which, to be fair, it makes sense. It makes sense because the smaller fighter's always going to have to throw more. He's always going to have to, like, throw better punches, if you know what I mean. Like, he's going to have to be more precise with the punches that he decides to throw. 1 minute 50 left in this 6th round. I don't like the way that Parker kind of uses this lazy Philly shell. Like, it always throws me off a little bit when I see fighters do it, where, like, this right hand that's meant to be, like, right on your chest with kind of, like, your shoulder, using it to roll. He just kind of doesn't have that. He has it super, super low like this. And I don't really understand what the point in that is. Why is his lead hand so low? He might be, to be fair, he might be setting up that trap with the jab to try to get him to throw to the outside. He might have a trap set up there somewhere. But it just seems like the Zhang can just land his jab at will whenever he's there. Because he's trying to, like, parry it with his right hand. To be fair, he is, like, combination punching. Ooh, that was a big left hook by Zhang. That was just right on the temple. It was just a nice left hook as Parker came in to throw. A left hand to the body, just got caught with a clean counter. Zhang's actually a much better counter puncher than we've seen in previous fights. Usually we see him on the front foot and boxing off the front foot, but his counter punching in this fight has actually been pretty good. To be fair, this fight slowed down a little bit from, like, the action that we had in the first few rounds. It slowed down a little bit. We haven't seen, like, that same kind of, you know, huge action that we saw. I'd like to see Zhang go to the body a little bit more too. I'd like to see him, you know, kind of try open him up by going to the body. Because whenever Parker kind of holds that hand out with the jab, just slip a right hand under that. The same way that I was talking about the liver shot is super, super open for Parker. It's the same thing with Zhang, but just with his right hand. Zhang swaps back to southpaw. He was orthodox from maybe the whole last round. Zhang's struggling these last few rounds, to be fair. Like, the changes, whatever Joseph Parker has done since getting knocked down, it's worked well. Because Zhang's just not landing the same shots that he was landing. Like, I feel like he's not landing at the same clip that he was. Seeing Anthony Joshua warming up in the background. God damn, Anthony Joshua looks fucking fast. Like, when he throws punches, it just, like, it blows my mind that he's as big as he is, and he can throw punches as fast as he does. And he's not even one of, like, the fastest guys at the heavyweight division. But he just throws at this, like, insane speed. How the fuck, like, holding pads for AJ must give you, like, carpal tunnel. There's no way it doesn't. According to the Sky Sports app, Francis Ngannou has a 37% chance of knocking AJ out. I can't really trust those because, like, you're not putting your own money on it, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not putting your money on that happening, I'm not sure how much I can trust it. It still blows my mind that Francis has the same camp that he had for MMA for boxing, and that, like, they just transitioned over pretty much seamlessly. Round 7 has started. I don't know how I'm scoring this, to be honest. I'll probably say it's even right now in round 7. I feel like you can't give that round to Zhang. Zhang didn't land enough in that round. So I'll probably say going into round 7, it's even. And right now, if you gave me money to bet, I'd probably put it on Parker. Zhang does have that power that just round 8, though. He could just land and just knock him out stiff. He doesn't seem to be able to throw that right hand that well, though. According to the viewer scorecards, Parker is up a round. Parker's run round, according to them, round 1, round 2, round 4, round 5, round 6, and then obviously you have the 10-8 in round 3. Oh, no, okay, so the viewers' verdict, they said round 1 was a draw, round 2 was a draw, and then Parker's won 4, 5, and 6, and Zhang has a 10-8 in round 3. Which, you know, I actually don't hate that. I think that's okay. Timer is ready. My bad for the timer. I'm just so bad at getting the timer done every single round. It's even worse in boxing because obviously you have 12 3-minute rounds, whereas in MMA you have like the 25 minutes. You have 5 5s. So at least then I have to do it a little bit less, and this I have to do it 24/7. I feel like the kind of sting that we saw on Zhang's punches in those earlier rounds, I'm not sure if that's still there. Kind of like that weight is starting to sag out a little bit more now. Oh, that was a big left hand by him. He can't seem to get like that kind of leverage, that kind of torque that you want on a left hand to really hurt him though. I would like to see Zhang throw a lead uppercut. It feels like when Joseph Parker's just kind of got that lead hand out there like this with the jab all the time, kind of pawing out with it. If Zhang could, you know, swap under that, if he's in southpaw and come under that with a big lead uppercut, I think that would work perfectly. Probably won't be scored like that because it's boxing scorecards. Yeah, no, they definitely won't give the first 2 rounds as 10-10s. They'll give the first 2 rounds to somebody. I think it'll probably be even on the cards right now. This round 7's been a tough one. See, the thing is, Zhang seems to just be able to take Joseph Parker's punches. Like, he just doesn't seem to be really that affected by him, which, to be fair, he is, what, 40 pounds heavier? So it makes a lot of sense that, like, when he throws that one, too, that it's not hurting him. It is landing clean, though. They're still scoring punches. I was sure that Zhang would win this fight. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure he's going to win it by KO, too. To be fair, I am on the fattest cold streak in betting of all time, so it doesn't surprise me that I'm wrong. Oh, that was a nice check hook again. That check hook by Zhang. Parker rolled with it pretty well, but you can just see that check hook lands flush. It just lands flush. That right hand. Just every time that Parker's pawned that jab out and he gets lazy with it, the right hook just comes over the top and just goes whap. How we score that round 7, I don't know. I don't actually know really how to score that round 7. And Ngannou's not walking out with Usman and Adesanya this time. I wonder who's gonna walk out with, because like he did have his walkout last time was pretty cool. They have like this weird camera in the changing rooms. It's like a CCTV camera or some shit in the changing rooms. It's not like an actual camera. And what is this? A fucking Ngannou interview? I have to say, I hate the way that they do that pre-fight, that they'll just like interview the guys pre-fight, like 30 minutes before their fight, like, oh yeah, how do you think this fight's gonna go? It's like, what the fuck do you want him to say? How much did you bet? I think I put 20 on it. 14.64 to return 100 on AJ by technical decision and Zhang via KO, TKO, or disqualification. Something could have happened inside these first 10 seconds. I'm gonna play close attention. Okay, no, I think we're good. Oh! Zhang had Parker hurt there for a second. There's a second where Parker looked like he was hurt. He looks to be okay now. He looks to have steadied the ship a little bit, but there was a second there. There's a second there where like he kind of had him ducking down and he had his head down low. To be fair to Joseph Parker, that left hook has worked really, really well for him. Anytime, you can't split them up there. That was fine. There was no need to split them up there. Round 8. We're almost a minute into round 8 now. We haven't seen Zhang land a big punch in I feel like 4 or 5 rounds. I haven't seen him really like land the punch that I want him to land. He's kind of doing this weird shit where he's southpaw, so it's like this is what he's doing, and it's at that pace as well. He's not like he's doing this and then all of a sudden it's like whapa with a right hand. He'll throw it like properly, but it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Like, oh, that was the check hook from Zhang is really, really good. With that right-handed check hook, it just comes across, and every time he lands it, it makes me think that Joseph Parker's wobbled. That's a knockdown. You've got to give that one as a knockdown. Yeah. That's a fucking weird one, though. That's a weird one for a knockdown. I didn't even feel like did he hurt him that badly? Maybe he did. Maybe he landed a punch that I didn't see. I didn't see him hurt. 1 minute left. Parker immediately goes back for the clinch. Zhang's ability to like not defend the clinch is fucking outstanding. for a professional boxer. Set something up here, Big Bang Zhang. I need a KO here from you. I need something from you. Show me something. Show me something. Show me that right hand in the middle. No. The uppercut is what I need to see. The uppercut finishes them here. If he throws either a rear or a lead uppercut, I promise you he finishes him. Please throw it. Please throw it. Please throw it. He's not going to throw it. 35 seconds left in this 8th round. One knockdown for Zhang in this 8th round, so it's pretty much a guaranteed 10-8. Is there the 3 knockdown rule for this fight too or no? Does anyone know? I didn't actually look at it. 20 seconds left down in the 8th. Parker has his legs under him. He's pretty much he's doing fine. It seems like Zhang just, I don't even know what he hit him with to knock him down there, but it didn't seem like he landed anything major. It could be delayed reaction from a body shot, I guess. 8th round's about to be over. They have you can no longer bet on that because it's fucked. Did you see Naya Inoue's fight? Yeah, I did. I get well against who is his most recent fight, yeah, but Inoue's a fucking monster. Like Inoue's a pound for pound great. Is Inoue the best Japanese boxer of all time? He probably is, right? He probably is. Like, Inoue's fucking disgusting, bro. Like, when you look at his stats and the shit that he's done, let me take a look at this knockdown. What did he land? Like, the camera angle is so unbelievably fucking dog shit. I couldn't see what he landed. Is that fucking Dele Alli ringside? It was just kind of like a right hook. It was like Joseph Parker rolled below the right. Oh no, it did land him. It did land clean. It landed clean, like towards the back of the head. Yeah, no, that was that was nice. I was telling you about that right hook. I was talking about that right hook. It wasn't a check hook that he caught him with, but the right hook. Anytime that Parker tries to roll under it, he just didn't roll enough there. 9th round here. We're rolling through the rounds pretty fucking fast. To give you an indication, AJ Fury's meant to start in 30 minutes, but I know that they're going to do some bullshit before it. So there's no way that it's starting then, but you know, it's meant to start in 30 minutes. If they roll straight off this into the AJ fight, I'll be very, very excited. I need to get I need to get headphones or something. I need to get something in terms so I can listen to the decisions. These should probably work. These are the headphones that I edit with. You can see that they're kind of broken. That thing kind of hangs off. These ones are good, but this thing just kind of hangs off. And since it hangs off, it pulls this thing down too, which, you know, isn't ideal. 2 minutes 6 left in this 9th round. It's a difficult one to score. This is a weird one to score. I'm not sure how you boys are scoring it, but for me, when I'm looking at it's like a lot of these rounds, there's not a lot going on. There's not a lot of big punches landed. Zhang has 2 knockdowns. I'd be interested about the 3 knockdown rule, because if there is 3 knockdown here, I would not be surprised if Zhang got another knockdown in this fight, and then if he has to wave it off with 3 knockdowns, you know, I'd be happy, because by KO, TKO, or disqualification, that's my bet. But I'm so confident in AJ getting it done via decision. I'm so confident in AJ getting it done via decision that I just need this one to come through. To be fair, I was pretty confident in Zhang winning this fight too. And winning this fight via KO. If you told me that he was going to win it via points, I wouldn't have said you were crazy, but I definitely would have looked at you like, I don't think so. I'm not sure about all that. I sounded like a fucking orc. Zhang he's not throwing enough punches for me. Like, he just seems to be content with only trying to load up and land these power punches, which doesn't really work when you've got someone who's moving as much as Joseph Parker is, someone that's as defensively sound as Joseph Parker is. But you can see that Joseph Parker just cannot hurt him. No matter what he throws, Zhang just kind of firms it, you know what I mean? Like, he's throwing like clean right hands right to the chin, which is why I think that Zhang needs to be a little bit worried if this goes to the scorecards, because the cleaner punches are being landed by Parker. 1,000,000% the cleaner punches are being landed by him. 18 seconds left in the 9th. Still have 3 rounds to go, but like, we're through the championship rounds here. After this round, and Parker 100% looks the fresher of the two. 100% he looks the fresher of the two. Zhang's kind of more, he's like more on his back foot these last few rounds. He's not applying the pressure that he was applying. I don't know how the fuck we're scoring this one, boys. I don't know how the fuck we're scoring this one. They're showing the exact same Anthony Joshua clips that they showed earlier. This is quite literally the exact same clips that you showed. Because I was talking about how fast his punches looked. What gloves is he wearing? Leon? I don't think I've ever seen those gloves before. To be fair, they get paid a shitload for their glove sponsors. I know that the ones that Joseph Parker use, I see in Instagram ads 24/7 for like that are like, oh yeah, look at these. You should buy these Puffin Sport gloves, and it'll just be a picture or a video of Joseph Parker talking about how good the gloves are. I do need to set up these headphones though, so that they connect for decisions. Because if this one goes to decision, this one's going to be close if it goes to decision. I'll tell you that much, bro. This is not a for sure. This is not a for sure one if it goes to decision. This is definitely not a for sure one if it goes to decision. Round 10 starting. I didn't think this one was going to go this deep, to be honest. This one's gone deep into the like later rounds, and I really didn't think we'd see it go this far in. I thought almost 100% that Zhang was going to get him out of there within 6, maybe 7. Like if you forced me to bet on a round, I would have said he gets it done in 7. Imagine AJ. Imagine there's a knockout in Ngannou and AJ, and I've just predicted both wrong. Zhang Parker goes to decision and AJ and Ngannou doesn't. That would be fucking typical of my bets recently. Can't lie to you, because my bets recently have not been cooking at all. To be fair to Parker, he's rebounded really, really well off both knockdowns. What are your favorite boxing gloves? I like Adidas boxing gloves. I really like winning boxing gloves. Winning boxing gloves are really nice, especially for sparring, but they're so expensive. Those top 10 gloves back there, I always say, like, for a starter boxing glove, one of these two are the ones that you want. These Adidas, I think they're Adidas 100s. I can't remember what the actual name is, but Adidas 100s, and then these are top 10s. I think they're like top 10 superstar or something. I don't know. But I like Adidas gloves, and I like winning gloves too. Winning gloves are good. There's a bunch of gloves that I've never tried out though. There's a ton of them that I've never tried out. 1 minute 20 left in the 10th. I haven't actually been fully locked into the 10th here, but it seems like more of what we saw in the past, where it's Zhang's kind of, fighting on the back foot when we want to see him fight on the front foot. And Parker 100% looks the fresher of the two. 100% looks the fresher of the two. Looks like his movement's better. I don't even think Zhang's throwing a fucking punch this round. That's the problem. You come in there weighing 290. You come in there and you're big as fuck, you know what I mean? You weigh a fuckload. You're gonna have trouble. You're gonna have trouble with these guys because you're gonna have trouble going 12 rounds. Because you're just carrying around so much fucking mass. For me, Zhang's pretty much completely relying on the knockdowns here, because any round where he hasn't gotten a knockdown, we've seen Joseph Parker win. He's snatching at things a little bit too. He doesn't seem to be, kind of lining up the punches as I'd want him to. Looks a little bit snatchy. I've been very, very impressed by Parker in this performance. I was impressed by him against Wilder, but I thought that Wilder just looked terrible. But if you make every opponent that you fight look bad, all of a sudden we got to look at him and we got to be like, okay, is it you that's really, really good? Is it that they're all really, really bad, or is it you that's really, really good? So I've been thoroughly impressed with Joseph Parker. He's got 2 rounds left. I think he takes this if it goes to decision. I do. And do I hate it? No, I don't hate him. Obviously he's got the Irish coat, so I'm going to like him a lot. I've got these two, I don't know how to describe it. It's like mat burn from being on the jiu-jitsu mats. It's like on the front of my toe, and it is so painful. It's not even funny. It's like very painful. It's just like, I legit don't know how to describe it, like, other than mat burn. Is that a common thing in jiu-jitsu where, like, you get it on, like, your toes? It's like just under my big toe on both sides, I have like this burn. Fuck it, we're gonna Google it. is Matt Byrne on your toes? This is not what I thought I'd be doing during round 11 of this fight, looking up is Matt Byrne a thing in jiu-jitsu. What are we looking at? 180, so we're looking at 170. Round 11 at 12 here. Now Zhang's starting to put on a little bit more. He's starting to land that jab a little bit better. Matt Byrne's generally occur when bare skin makes contact with the mat. Given the nature of BJJ, the elbows, feet, fingers, knees, and toes are often most prone to being burned. Okay, so yeah, it's Matt Byrne. Rinse and clean it with warm water and gentle soap. Pat dry. Use the over-the-counter antibiotic, ointment, or cream like to prevent infection. I'm not trying to get it infected. I'll be real. Infection's not my thing. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Katna Joe? Big 1-2 by Parker lands just straight down through the middle. He's landed that all night. All night he's managed to land that 1-2 just down the gullet. 24/7, just bop, bop. I'll be real, my bet might be fucking cooked here, boys. My bet might be absolutely barbecue fried. Because Zhang cannot seem to, he can't seem to land and he's tired now. Like, what? And Parker just looks way too fresh for Zhang to land that kind of big bomb that he wants to land on him, you know what I mean? That big bang Zhang bomb. Yeah, no, there's not. Zhang's almost content to be in his guard here while Parker throws that 1-2 and he's throwing the same shit. Like, it's not like he's throwing anything super, super intricate or anything that's like completely different to what he's usually throwing. He's throwing the same combinations. He's throwing that 1-2 a lot. He's throwing that, that left hook a lot. And Zhang just can't get the timing down to land his punches in between. 1 minute left in the 11th round. This is kind of the only problem with heavyweight fights is that once you get deep into the rounds, it gets that little bit more sloppy. Because, it's two big guys in there. 50 seconds left in the 11th. It's been a good fight, to be fair. Like, you can't say you can't say that this hasn't been a good fight. It's had some good moments. Zhang's 100% had the bigger moments. But in terms of boxing, in terms of who I have winning on the scorecards, I feel like you have to say Joseph Parker as of right now is winning on the scorecards. And he's landing clean combination punches. He's landing 1-2-3. He's landing 1-2s. He's, it's not anything that's super intricate, but Zhang just can't seem to, get his guard up to be able to block the punches. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's the first punch that I saw Zhang throw in like a minute and a half. I don't think you can score it any other way than Parker winning this fight as of right now. I think it's been close, but I think that as of right now, Parker's winning this fight. Which I didn't think that I was going to be saying. 1 round left. Or 9's in the crowd. Look at big fucking runner. Manny Pacquiao in the crowd. Carl Froch. Carl Froch taking it in. Jose Mourinho's over there in the crowd. They've got fucking everybody and anybody in that crowd. They've got... To be fair, the Saudi Arabians always do have a star-studded cast over there. Like, Ronaldo's probably there. He might not be there now, but he'll be there for the main event. Then you've got, like, Conor McGregor was there the last time. I wouldn't be surprised if he was there again. Although, I think he's doing promo for Roadhouse. When does Roadhouse come out? I'm actually very excited for that movie. I'll watch it day one. Day one, I'll watch it. Roadhouse date. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, no, it's called Roadhouse 2024. Had its worldwide premiere from March 8th at 2024 at South by Southwest. When does it actually come out so I can see it? Because I'm trying to watch it. Is it out already? Is it out today? Maybe it is out today. Oh, no, okay. So, and it is to be released by Amazon, MGM Studios, via Prime Studios on March 21st. Okay, so 13 days away is actually not that long. I thought that fight was way further away. Right now, the viewer scorecards have Parker up 2 rounds. But they also have that weird thing where they have round 1 and 2 as a draw, which I don't think is right. Zhang is winded. Yeah, no, he's not. He doesn't look right at all, to be honest. Like, Zhang has landed 40 punches through round 11. Or sorry, in like up to At the start of round 12, he had landed he landed 11 punches. I hear it's 6-6. If it's 6-6, Parker's fucked because it's going to be because Zhang has two 10-8s, but I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. He usually breathes this heavy in the 8th. He preserved his energy well this time. Well, he preserved his energy because he just threw fucking no punches. Joseph Parker, one of my bets is absolutely cooked then, boys. I'll be real. We are absolutely barbecue fry cooked, absolutely fucked. On one of the bets, the other one is a bet builder for the next fight, so we're not absolutely, you know. We still have hope in AJ. I'll do the timer for the last minute 20 seconds of this. But it's not looking good, boys. It's really not looking good. 1 minute 20 left in the 12th. I've given probably every round since that Zhang knockdown, I think, has gone to Parker. He's been on the front foot. He's been more active. He's throwing more punches. He's done well. And I think that he gets the loser of Usyk Fury. That's how I'd matchmake it. And I think that, you know, Joseph Parker, I think he's a bad matchup for Fury. I think he's a good matchup for Usyk. He pretty much does what Usyk does, but just a little bit worse. He's just a little bit bigger and has like a little bit worse movement. But Parker's a real challenge for anybody. He's a real challenge for anybody. On the scorecards, it'll be interesting to hear how are you boys scoring it? I know that Blueprint said 6-6. I don't know. I really don't know what scorecard I have right now, to be honest. It's a close one. It's a close one. Because like once you factor in the knockdowns, I probably have it as 9-3 Parker. I probably have Zhang winning 2. I think I have Zhang winning 2, and then Zhang has the 2 10-8s in the rounds that he's won. But apart from that, I feel like Parker's been the better boxer pretty much the whole way through. Like, I genuinely do not know if Zhang landed a punch that round. That's the fight over. Well, I didn't get my KO, TKO, or DQ bet. That one's fucked. And I feel like, let's set up the headset. But I feel like Big Bang Zhang lost that one, boys. I feel like Big Bang Zhang lost that one. Zhang will probably win it based off the 2 KDs Parker needs to finish. I don't have a score. People say it's 6-6. Okay. My scorecard, I would have Joseph Parker winning. But most of it depends on how you score those early rounds. If you score those early rounds in favor of... Okay, well, we've got these bad boys connected, so we should be able to hear audio. Hopefully it doesn't leak through and get me copyrighted. Because that would fucking suck dick. Let's see, though. Let's hear what the commentary's saying about this. The viewer's verdict thing has it as 116-113 Parker. The early rounds were close. Yeah, that's where that's where the difference comes in. Is the early rounds. Till the knockdowns, then Parker came back, apparently. Yeah, no, he did. He got every time that Zhang got a knockdown, it's like then Parker just came on stronger and won the next 3 rounds. The commentary saying that Joseph Parker, that they think Joseph Parker won, which I don't disagree with at all. Damn, they're showing promo for Haney Garcia. Haney Garcia is not even in Saudi Arabia though, so why are they showing promo for it? I suppose it's a DAZN fight, isn't it? Well, it's not even DAZN. Because Eddie Hearn's like helping them on it, but it's not a DAZN production, is it? I don't think so. Parker is tough as fuck. A lot forget he's Samoan. Yeah, but like even no matter where you're from, you know what I mean? He is very tough though. Like he took getting knocked down twice and coming back and rebounding and still coming back and winning is fucking crazy. Or winning in my eyes. Who does Zhang get next? I don't know. If Zhang loses this, I don't know who he gets next. I hate how long the decisions take in this shit. I feel like that the decisions take ages. And the two knockdowns were weird because it felt like Zhang had so much more power, you know what I mean? Like he was just so much bigger, had a lot more power, where it shouldn't actually matter a whole bunch. Or like, not that it shouldn't matter, but I feel like he should have been able to get him out of there. Like anytime he landed clean, Parker just seemed to go down. He just couldn't seem to land. Joseph Parker, by the way, has boxed 3 times in the last 20 weeks. That is freshness, you know what I mean? Or not freshness, that is, you know, staying there, staying in the ring, staying in camp. Scorecards are here. Let's listen in. 113. 113. Draw. 114, 112. 115, 111. Majority decision. Ngannou. Joseph Parker wins it via majority decision. Zhang's confused. He thought that he won. I think that's the right decision. 115, 111 might be a little bit wide, but I don't hate that as a scorecard. I think that the right person won it in the end. The Simones have all got their t-shirts out in there. All got their t-shirts off. Who does Parker get next? I do want to hear his interview at the end, just because I want to hear who he calls out. Oh, I wonder if he's going to call out AJ. If I was him, I'd call for the loser of that Fury Usyk fight. He seems to be very close with Fury, though. I'm not sure if they'd want to actually do that. I'm not sure if they'd actually want to like set up that fight, because I know that like Fury's in the ring with him, congratulating him. So they'd probably want to stay away from each other. But maybe AJ's the fight to line up next. I think he's a difficult matchup for AJ too, though. Like, I thought that Zhang was going to be a difficult matchup for AJ, and Parker made him look shit, to be honest. Let's tune into the post-fight interview. Because like if you look at who he's beat in the last few days, he's beat Parker, he's beat Zhang, like he's beat some of the top guys at heavyweight. Now you've got to give him the money fight. You've got to give him a fight where he's like seriously like not interested, but you got to give him a big money fight. You got to give him one of the big names at heavyweight. Because like Wilder, he was a big underdog. Zhang, he wasn't a big underdog, but like I didn't think he was going to win it. I thought that Zhang was going to win that 100%. But boys, I'm pretty much, if you fade my bets right now, you know what I mean? If you fade my bets right now, you're going to be a rich man. In the next one, in the next fight, I had AJ by points, so it's probably going to be Ngannou by KO. That's what I bet on if I was you. See, the fucking, like, Adeola Depot, brother, I like you, but what the fuck is this post-fight interview, bro? It's like they asked the most basic, boring, fucking shit questions in these. Big win for Parker. Seems like Zhang won, though. He broke dude's nose, dropped him twice, and had the ring generalship based off what I saw. Gotta rewatch the fight, though. See, the thing is, Parker was the better boxer for quite literally every single round. Every single round, Parker was the better boxer. Okay, okay, so the next fight for him is a rematch because he's contracted to have a rematch next against Yang. Like it's sure it's an okay fight. Zhang might come back and Zhang might win the second one, but Zhang looked poor there. It just seems like, I don't know, it seems like he's the anti-power puncher, you know what I mean? He's like, if you're a power puncher, if you're a guy that can only rely on knockouts, you're not going to be able to touch Joseph Parker. You're not going to be able to touch him. I got Ngannou by KO within 5. Ooh, I don't know about all that. Ngannou by KO within 5? Within 5 is early. 5 is early. Let's take a look at what the boxing Reddit thought about that. Let's see what they thought about the decision. I presume that they're gonna generally agree with the decision. Happy for Parker though, 2 big wins back to back. Wilder and Zhang, what a resume! Yeah, he's done very well. Let me grab this ice pack. I'm grabbing this ice pack out of here just so I can put it on my wrist because my wrist is all fucked up. I don't know what it is. My wrist has been fucked up for like the last 2-3 days. Okay, so let's see how they scored it. They scored it as 10-9 Zhang. Parker 115, Zhang 111. Okay, and so they scored it pretty much the same way that I scored it. I've got Zhang needing a KO to win. Zhang on his energy for the first 30 seconds of each round, and then he shot, which was absolutely correct. Parker really deserves a world championship fight, and weirdly enough, I think he solidified himself as the 4th best heavyweight of this era. Ooh. The 4th best heavyweight of this era is kind of crazy. Joshua doesn't have the best chin. Yeah, I think that Joshua's chin would struggle against a guy like Zhang. A rematch clause. Yeah, no, I don't really like a rematch here, to be honest. I think that a rematch is a weird fight. Zhang lets his opponents work too much without response. He just looks for one shot at a time. Yeah, okay. So pretty much what I've said about the fight is pretty much the unanimous verdict about the fight. Where, yeah, let's see, the next comment, rematch, meh. Parker versus Hrgovic, I'd like to see that fight as well. Titty boy desperately wants to be on camera. That's fucking crazy. Not gonna lie, I like the screams that big belly fella is doing. Bro, that's fucking comedy. Zhang needs some EPO in the rematch. Get him on that fucking Merab EPO and Inshallah diet. Is it cheaper to get tattoos when you're a baby because it's less ink and time, but it grows into a full-size tattoo as you grow? Also, the dollar is worth less and less every year, so you should get it as soon as possible. What the fuck is this guy talking about? What is this guy waffling about? The second shout for Zhang getting some EPO. In what world have Wilder and Zhang been top 3? Wilder was definitely a top 3 heavyweight for a while. This guy's bugging. Could have ran but stood his ground. Yeah, no, I wasn't sure about the draw. To be fair, like, I feel like most scorecards there, it's hard to get a wrong scorecard there. After now we have the big one. Now we have AJ against Ngannou. Now we have the one that we're all really trying to see. Now we have, you know, what we're here for. I feel like, I don't know, I've got this weird thing in my head that Ngannou's going to get it done via KO, because all of my predictions have been wrong. You know what I mean? Pretty much the only prediction that I've got right, I changed. I had that Strickland was beating DDP at UFC 297, and I changed it. Last second to put DDP winning, and then eventually DDP won it. Is it zone basically in the driver's seat now? Is USA Boxing HBO, then Showtime gone now? It seems like all big pay-per-view fights are the zone. With ESPN maybe doing some semi-big ones. Yeah, I feel like the zone almost, like the zone nearly are at that UFC stage where I think that if you give it a few years, the zone will have almost a monopoly over boxing. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou fighting around 2 a.m. local time. Yeah, see, that's one thing that I don't like. Like, the atmosphere already isn't very good over there. So if you have them fighting at 2 a.m. local time too, the atmosphere is just going to be even fucking worse. Is Canelo versus Munguia, is that actually 100% confirmed? Like, is that legit? Charlie Zhang offers his advice to Anthony Joshua for his upcoming fight versus Francis Ngannou. Anthony Joshua just kind of looks at him like, who the fuck is this cunt? Offers his advice too when he says, knock him out. Like, great advice. I could give him the very fucking same advice. Dylan White is set to return in Ireland on March 17th. In Ireland? Hold on a minute. Who's he fighting in Ireland? Coming back against Christian Hammer, who's fairly durable but doesn't offer too much else. Probably the quickest matchup he could find on short notice. Bro, like, Dillian White's just not really going to do anything, you know what I mean? Like, he won't even sell out 3 Arena. I doubt it. You know what I mean? Lucky, not going to be many fans in Portugal, but Ireland will probably turn up for it. Like, I'd go to it. If someone gave me a ticket and it was cheap, you know what I mean? If there's a cheap ticket, I'd go to it, but I'm not missing a UFC event for it, you know what I mean? I'm not missing a fucking watch party to go watch Dillian White fight. Through trials and tribulations, I stay true to my faith in Jesus Christ the right. Okay, what the fuck is he? I assume that the Jesus Christ and last thing is better post yesterday with Broner saying everyone ran through her. Damn. Bro, oh yeah, I saw this shit. I saw like a list on Twitter the other day of fighters who probably hit it. Does this also apply? See, the thing is that like drugs in boxing are such a big thing. It's like the underground thing in boxing, but there's so many drug cheats in boxing. It's fucking unbelievable. Like there is tons of them. She's very attractive, ain't gonna lie. Let's do a deeper dive on Alicia Baumgartner. Let's do a little VOD check on this. To be fair, I can see what people are saying. Yeah, I can see what people are saying. She's got like a big neck though, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, no, she's bad. Yeah, she's bad. Yeah, I'll give it to her. You know what? You can't blame the guys, bro. You can't blame the guys for going after that. That's a respectable one. That's respectable. We did the VAR check on that one, and the VAR check was good. Okay, this might be the wildest comment I've seen this year. That is fucking crazy. Not gonna lie, if I was a slightly above average chicken, I was exposed to a bunch of hot, dumb young men who were so fit and cut that you could shave on their six packs. Baumgartner did nothing wrong. Oh, this is about her suspension. Okay, that makes sense. I thought that they were talking about what Broner said when Broner said that she was ran through. This is the video.
We really know you, Alicia. We really know you. Niggas really know you. Niggas that really ran through you, nigga. Stop it, nigga. Sonny Fredrickson ran through you. Bunny ran through you. Yeah, Robert Easter ran through you, boy. Hold on, Dominic ran.
The fact that he has 5 names off the top of his head, it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. The five names off the top of his head is crazy. He put in more effort in this rant than his fight with Manny Pacquiao. Jesus. I'm putting my money on AB. Glad to see he's not missing any meals. Damn. Why they roast my guy AB for? Fitness part of the job. Look at Prince Nassim or Ricky Hatton. I feel like AB would have always been fat as shit if he wasn't a boxer. I want to see. I saw the photos yesterday of all the guys that he's talking about in that video, but I can't find it now. Eskimo pros together strong is crazy. This dude's gonna go from annoying ass fighter who hates everyone to fat OG who makes everyone laugh their ass off, isn't he? To be fair, I didn't hate him when he was fighting either. Like I liked him when he was fighting. AB's the funniest man in boxing. I heard Alicia started it, and I'm a big fan of the bomb, but she started it, so yeah. Like, especially if you've got all that shit out there being common knowledge. Probably, that's fucking wild, bro. Didn't AB always make people laugh? Yeah, no, that's what I thought. I was gonna say AB was always funny, like always. Him and Rolly in the same book to me, but obvious AB the clown goat. No, yeah, Rolly is bro. Raleigh's just annoying though. Like Raleigh's not even funny. Raleigh's just annoying to watch. Brother, what in the fuck? AB, anybody can get it. Alicia, anybody can hit it. Fuck me, bro. Yeah, no, the main event's about to start right now. Like, Lord knows with the pacing. Last time we had a fucking concert before they actually walked out, so hopefully we don't have the same thing this time and they just actually walk out. But who knows? Who fucking knows? I wonder who boxing fans. I'm kind of annoyed that there's a rematch clause there. Because I didn't really want a rematch clause. Like, I wanted them to fight different people. It also kind of throws me off that this fight's on a Friday. Is it not, like, weird to all you boys that we haven't... I don't mind it. Like, I think that, like, if they changed their days and MMA was always on a Friday and boxing was always on a Saturday, I'd like it. All Ngannou needs to do is touch AJ clean, just that, and he will either KO him or hurt him bad and finish him. That's why I got Ngannou in 5. I don't know. I have AJ via points. I don't have AJ having enough power to take out Ngannou, but I can definitely see AJ winning a fight. Let's take a look at the UFC subreddit. This is the moment. Oh yeah, because this was Sean O'Malley getting fucking booed in the crowd. I didn't expect him to get booed as much as he did, but he was getting booed pretty heavy. Shit design. Merab wrestles Bradley Martin. We gotta fucking tune into this one. To be fair, it would be very, very difficult for Brad to... It would be very difficult for Brad to fucking, you know, actually get that... To get taken down by Merab. Because, like, Brad is just so big that it's like Brad could muscle his way. If you even gave Brad a little bit of training, I feel like you could muscle his way out of a lot of shit people do. Fox feels like a Saturday, and yesterday felt like a Friday when Cedric Doumbé fought last night in the PFL. Yeah, no, it did feel weird. It felt weird as fuck. The Drake bet is in Ngannou, bros. I don't feel so good about this one. Which fight had you fixing your posture? Any Charles Oliveira fight. Gaethje versus Chandler, that was a banger. Any Gaethje, Conor, or Dustin fight. To be fair, yeah, any high-ranked fight gets me nervous most of the time. As long as it's not like... Because there is some dog shit ones. Let's manifest this. Imagine, bro. Imagine the scenes. Imagine the scenes if fucking AJ... If AJ gets knocked out by Ngannou. O'Malley is not that superstar. I think he is. I think O'Malley's a superstar. Like, who is a superstar in the UFC if Sean O'Malley isn't? What, is there one superstar inside the UFC? It's Ilya Topuria? Because I don't see anyone else really. Obviously, you have Conor, but, like, apart from that, like, Sean O'Malley's right up there at the top. Look at pay-per-view sales. Francis Ngannou didn't let Dana control his weight. 600,000 to 20 mil. 20 mil for fighting is disgusting. For 12 rounds of action, yeah, he's getting $20 million. $20 million. I can't even comprehend that number. Get ready for the sugar show. These cornrows make me look cool. Cotton candy and face tats for the win. Wow, he had no face tats. I did not realize that he had no face tats in his first fight in the UFC. I thought he always had face tats. Am I fucking bugging? I thought he always had face tats. The fuck is going on over at the weigh-in show? Top 20 highest UFC paid fighters and their earnings. So Conor has 40 million earned from the UFC. To be fair, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. Khabib 22.9, Overeem 15.4, Anderson 13.5. But Anderson fought a lot in the UFC. John Jones having earned 10.9 mil inside the UFC is not a lot. Frankie Edgar at 5 mil is quite a lot. Brock only getting 5 mil. Kind of crazy. Mark Hunt getting 10 mil is crazy. Donald Cerrone, is that right? No way that's right. Donald Cerrone made 10 million over his UFC career. Yeah, I was about, okay, Israel, yeah, I didn't even think about Israel Adesanya. Israel Adesanya is 100% going to be up there. We're excited, crack. John earned 6 million for Gan. I really doubt his other. Yeah, okay, so this list is just bullshit. I hope I have raised, not gonna lie, what the fuck? I thought this fight was on Saturday until like this week. Like, I did not think that this guy, how does this guy only get one question? Bro, Dustin Poirier is one of the only guys for me that can rock that ball look and looks 100 times better when he's bald than when he's not bald. That's the thing for me. He just looks 10 times better. But these guys haven't even fucking walked out yet, bro. They haven't even walked out yet. And we are currently at 20 minutes past midnight. Yeah. Anytime I see this picture, it throws me off. Kind of sucks that Aljo's going to 145 because if Cheeto loses on Saturday, this would be a perfect fight with all the Cheeto Josh talk. It would be a good ass fight. Aljo, to be fair, Aljo strangles Cheeto. John said he had more than 20 mil in the bank. Yeah, but that could be like with endorsements. He was the first guy to have like that Nike deal as well. So you never know like where his money's actually come from. Michael Buffer, master of ceremonies. The motherfucker, he's green. To be fair, I saw this stare down between Dustin Poirier and Benoit Saint Denis, and you know, it was a cold stare down. Like, it was a good stare down. We saw like Benoit Saint Denis was the first one to turn away. Ngannou is walking out. We have ring walks. That means we're probably like 10 minutes away from the fight starting, which is what you want. Ngannou's walking out by himself. Usually we see them walking out with someone else, but walking out by himself. Ngannou versus Joshua. This is the big one, boys. This is what we've been waiting for. Back-to-back days of watch parties. Would you believe it? And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do about Fight Night watch parties from now on. Because like for Apex cards, I feel like I don't want to like... I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I do a watch party for all of it. But for Apex cards, instead of doing watch parties for the Apex cards, I might just like stream other shit throughout the week. Like stream me playing UFC 5 or stream me doing some other shit throughout the week. You know what I mean? Instead of like constantly talking about or doing watch parties. Bro, Anthony Joshua is just stupidly fucking ripped. So is Francis Ngannou, to be fair. Francis Ngannou is ripped as well. But AJ is like diced. It's so funny seeing the security guards around Ngannou, around AJ. Because it's like all the security guards are way smaller than him. Like all the security guards are at least a foot smaller than Ngannou. To be fair, the fucking security guards are jacked too. Last minute predictions for this fight, boys. I'm going to say last minute prediction. AJ gets it done via decision. I'm sticking true to what I said in the past. Benoit's definitely killed some motherfuckers. Yeah, for sure. I saw that clip of Joe Rogan saying that he's definitely killed somebody with a rock before, and I thought that was comedy. The way to fucking describe it as he's killed somebody with a rock. Anthony Joshua on the way out. Eddie Hearn behind him. To be fair, Anthony Joshua looks fucking big. He looks hench. I'm a bit nervous for AJ, you know? I think AJ could lose this. As the closer we've gotten to the fight, I've given Francis Ngannou more and 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 more of a shot. Because I really do think that he can win this. Ooh, I gotta refill my water bottle. It's so crazy. That like Michael Buffer, Bruce Buffer story where they didn't know they were brothers for like their long lost brothers and both got into the same career and didn't know that they were like long lost brothers until they were who they are now is fucking outrageous. I keep telling y'all motherfuckers, BSD has a Hitler tattoo. Bro, it's not a Hitler tattoo. How fast do you think the UFC fucking PR team would absolutely cook the guy if he had a fucking Hitler tattoo? You can't have a Hitler tattoo fighting in the fucking UFC. To be fair, I think there was actually a Nazi that fought in the UFC before. I'm not bugging on that one, boys. I'm not bugging. Was there a Nazi that fought in the UFC before? I think there was. I think there was a Nazi that fought in the UFC. My toe's in fucking pain. Do the comparison right now. I can pull it up. Benoit Saint Denis tattoos. Benoit Saint Denis tattoos. Let's pull it up. Okay, so this is the tattoo that he's referencing, just so we all know. Do you have an Instagram? To be fair, I do have an Instagram. I don't ever like really use it that much. But you know what? All the boys can follow. I'm going to start promoting it a little bit more. I was going to promote it a little bit more tomorrow. But my Instagram is just Harry101. That's the Instagram. But okay, looking at Benoit Saint Denis's tattoos. That's what he says that That's what he says the Hitler tattoo is. That is not a Hitler tattoo. It's just not a Hitler tattoo. It's not. Okay? It's not a Hitler tattoo. He's comparing that to a swastika. Swastika. How? They're not even similar. They're not even similar. That and this is like a fucking cross. So they're not fucking similar at all. But yeah, no, my Instagram is Harry101, so you know, follow it. Shit, follow it. I'm gonna start putting up some reels and shit on there more often. But yeah, no, I have Instagram. The best place to hit me up, to be honest, if you ever want to hit me up and actually get me to respond, is Twitter. Twitter, I'm 100% gonna Twitter, I'm gonna respond to you. 99% of the time, if you hit me up on Twitter, I'll respond. Instagram, you know, the percentage is lower and lower and lower. How the fuck you both get the same job and not know you guys were long lost brothers? Yeah, I know, it's fucking wild, bro. Like, the story should be a fucking movie. The story should legit be a movie. I still cannot believe that you compared the swastika and that. Like, the swastika looks absolutely nothing like that. You know, I'll pin the fucking... Must have been faded as fuck, bro. Trust me, because I remember looking at it. I remember the first time you said it. I was like, "There's no way, right? There's no way that like there's no fucking way." I'm trying to find a link from my Instagram if I can get the proper link to it. If we go, what is it? Instagram.com/Harry101, so I can just like it, or so I can just link it right here. Instagram.com/ By the way, like the stream before this fight, so it just pushes it out a little bit more. Yeah, okay, here it is. I do have 26 followers on it. I'm pretty sure that they're all bots, though, all the followers on it. Because it's not like I ever fucking... It's not like I ever fucking promote it or anything. Like, I legit do nothing for it. Okay, let me put it in. That's it. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. To be fair, I don't know what I'm gonna do with IG. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna get it in there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Fuck knows. I'm super excited for this fight, boys. I actually can't wait for this fight. Like, I think this fight's gonna be... I think it's gonna be closer than we think. I don't know. Anthony Joshua looks a little bit more nervous than I thought he would. He looks kind of nervous to me. You know what I mean? He's not like... He doesn't look fully... He doesn't look as locked in as I thought he would. I thought he was gonna be like locked in. He's not really. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. It's a tough one to call, boys. I was sure. I was so very sure, okay, that we would see him win this fight. You know what I mean? That we would see him win this fight, and that it would be, you know, and that like we'd be 100%. But I'm not actually sure now. I'm not actually sure that he wins this fight. My confidence is going down by the minute. Go over here, bang, bang. Should be good to go. Who wouldn't be nervous in there with Francis? That is true. I didn't know Eric was also the boxing coach. Yeah, no, that's a super interesting thing about Francis, is that he's got the same people that like taught him MMA, Eric Nixick and that camp, also, you know, do boxing with him. He in there with the hardest hitter in the world. It's at 255, by the way, just because I want to be able to get it bang on the dot. Do you see the thing of Tom Aspinall doing that? The thing where Tom Aspinall was like hitting the punching bag and was like, I don't know how the fuck Francis Ngannou got 120,000 on this. Woo. Round one, we have started. We are on the go, boys. Kind of, I feel like it's gonna be a slower first few rounds than people think. You can just see that there's just that fucking thing. There's just that thing that fucking Ngannou has, where you're just always worried that he's going to land that big time shot. You know what I mean? That big time right hand. And to be fair to Ngannou, like, he's fucking... Like, you've just... Like, we've seen him box against actual good boxers. Like, usually, most of the time, MMA fighters don't look good at all in there when they go up against boxers. That was a nice check hook by Ngannou. Joshua felt that one. It does seem like Joshua's making Ngannou look a little bit worse than Fury made him look already, though. You know what I mean? He looks to be throwing a little bit more, like a little bit more arm punches. He looks to be throwing with a little bit less snap on his punches. Joshua Early's working the body. That's clearly a game plan, is to work the body. Work the body. Try to drain him out a little bit. Because to be fair, it's like the more tired you get, like the worse your power is going to be. To be fair, Ngannou just, like the way Ngannou throws punches does not look right at all. Like it doesn't look like the punches that he's throwing are actually going to have any power behind them. But they do. They have a shit ton of fucking power behind them. That was a big right hand by Ngannou, just caught AJ on the side of the head. That was a big time overhand right. To be fair, it is southpaw on Orthodox. I didn't realize that Francis Ngannou. How many Francis Ngannou fights have I fucking watched and I didn't realize he was a southpaw? The only problem with my Riz is I look 5 those scenes. To be fair, I look super, super young if I don't have the beard. Ngannou gets knocked down in round 1 by Joshua. Joshua knocks down Ngannou in round 1. That is fucking... Boys, I'm telling you, my predictions are completely off. Joshua and Ngannou. I did not think that we'd see Anthony Joshua knock down Francis Ngannou inside 1 round. I didn't even really see the shot that he caught him with. Ngannou's not looking great here, boys. This looks more like what I thought that we'd see in that Fury fight. This looks more like this fight will really show how good AJ's chin is. I say it's average. I don't think his chin is great, but fuck. He's already sat Ngannou down once. I think that Francis has never been knocked down. Has he never been knocked? Yeah, no, he has never been knocked down. That's the first time that Francis has ever been knocked down. And it's in round 1. It's not a good sign for the confidence, boys. It's not a good sign for the confidence. What was my bet builder on this? I had a bet on this, boys. One of them's done. Fuck, it's on over 7.5 rounds. I might have been cooked, boys. It was just a perfect right hand down the middle. Sits down Ngannou. Ngannou just didn't have this hand here. He didn't have this hand here fucking right down here. He had this hand just a little bit too wide, you know what I mean? He tried to turn his elbow in like this and just didn't get that. It's just something that you're going to see if you haven't boxed for a while. Where like he didn't get that paw at it that he needed to. Ben Davidson has really done really good work with AJ though. AJ looks like a different person. If the confidence is gone, it's over. I don't think Ngannou's confidence is going to be gone because his confidence doesn't come from I'm a much better boxer than AJ is. I can box better than him. His confidence goes, if I touch you, it's going to be over. If I hit you on the chin, you're done. AJ looks fluid though. His movement looks really good. If AJ's energy wasn't high yet, it's skyrocketed now. I still believe in Ngannou though. My Ngannou belief is draining. I want this one to go over 7.5 though. Please over 7.5. Please. I'm just looking for some money, Anthony. Please do not knock him out, my friend. Get it to the 8th round and then do whatever you want, boys. Did I fuck up? Did I fumble? Did I fumble on the over 7.5? At least it's not over 8.5. Okay? At least it's over 7.5. And the other thing was Anthony Joshua, most punches landed, which is a lock. That's a lock to hit. Fuck me, boys. I'm nervous now. I'll be real. I'm a little bit nervy. The good thing is, he doesn't look wobbly. It looks like more of a thing where he was off balance than a thing where he really, got hit with, like, it just looked like a clean shot where he caught him off balance rather than a big time shot, you know what I mean, that really wobbled him and really hurt him. What I want to see Ngannou close that distance a little bit more. Coming with kind of like that, that Dimitri Bivol high guard as he closes the distance. That's what I want to see. and just like get in there and close the distance. I don't want to see him box with Anthony Joshua at range. Like if you're just on the end of Anthony Joshua's jab, you're gonna be in trouble. But if he can get inside, if he can muddy it up a little bit, turn it into more of a fight than Anthony Joshua probably wants, like that's where he's gonna do damage. He's gonna do damage on the inside. 1 minute 15 left in the second. It's just one of those fights where like you're just glued to your screen because you're like, someone could get knocked out at any fucking moment here. Somebody could get knocked out any time here. The thing is, AJ looks like the one that's going to do the damage. AJ looks like the one's going to do the damage. And the other problem, AJ's knocked him down. He's down for a second time in round 2. Bear in mind, there is the 3 knockdown rule here. Ngannou looks finished. Ngannou looks absolutely finished here. He looks kind of dazed. That one he looked like he got hurt. Oh yeah, Ngannou's done. It's over. Round 2. Anthony Joshua wins via brutal KO. Anthony Joshua just looked like that was an absolute clinic. That was an absolute clinic by Anthony Joshua. Just put on. Just showed it. Like, that was what I thought Tyson Fury against Ngannou was going to look like. Ngannou is still down. He still hasn't got back up. He is absolutely fucked. Wow. What a performance from Anthony Joshua. Gets it done inside 2 rounds. Wow. I'm shocked, boys. I'm shocked. Better change the title. Because there is no upsetting coming here. That was a bad KO too. He's still down, I think. He's still down. Joshua versus Ngannou review. Change the title fast. Joshua versus Ngannou, bro, he fucking smoked him. That was absolutely outrageous. Like, he fucking hurt him bad. It was just that looked like a box. Ngannou is still down, by the way. Ngannou is still down. He still has not gotten back up. Now Tyson Fury looks like a bum. Tyson Fury's looking around like, this is the fucking guy. This is the guy that I went life or death with. Ngannou chin overrated? It might be. His chin might be overrated, boys. What a performance from Anthony Joshua. Inside 2 rounds. 2 rounds is all it took. 2 rounds is all it took for Anthony Joshua to get him out of there. I think that he needs to go back to mixed martial arts. If I'm Francis, get back into the PFL. Let's get back into the PFL. Francis is up now, which is a good sign. He's up. He's not still down, but fuck me. Brother, he got hit hard there. He was down for a while. Boxing fans never going to stop talking about it. It's whatever. You know what I mean? It's whatever. A boxer beat an MMA fighter. That's what we expected to happen. They've got Francis Ngannou on the oxygen after. That was a nasty knockout. Fury definitely didn't train for Ngannou. That was crazy, yeah. Anthony Joshua just got him out of, he was just fucking, that was a sublime performance. That was what I always thought boxer versus MMA fighter should look like. That was what I thought it was going to be. Boxer versus MMA fighter was going to look like Anthony Joshua going out there and putting a beating on Francis Ngannou. That's what I thought it was going to be. Boxing fans going to be talking shit? I didn't even see what really caught. It was just an overhand right? It wasn't even anything major. You could see that he was dazed, though. It was obviously a shot that they had game planned coming into it, and Ngannou was just done then. It was that overhand right. Every time that Ngannou threw his jab, Joshua just threw that overhand right. Pretty much game planned perfectly. The shot was perfect. The timing was perfect. Got the leverage that he needed to get on it. And then after that, he just threw an absolute bomb down the middle. And then, yeah, he folded him. He was done, bro. It was, oh yeah. He tried to bite, it just landed clean on the chin. That's knocking anybody out. That's not getting anybody out. Because you see, he just tried to bite down on this because he thought that the right hand was going to come low. And then all of a sudden it came up high and yeah, got finished. That was a hell of a performance by Anthony Joshua. That was a hell of a fucking performance by Anthony Joshua. Eddie Hearn's a very, very happy man. To be fair to Tyson Fury, he was clapping. He applauded that performance from AJ. I'm excited to if they can make Joshua and Fury happen, I'm happy. I'm the happiest man if they can make Joshua and Fury happen. To be fair to Joshua's checking if he's still a right class act. Joshua's always been a class act. Legit always. Which performance was the real one? The Fury one or the AJ one? They look like different fighters. Realistically, we're being realistic. Probably the AJ one. The AJ one, like, you can never take away that Francis Ngannou has knocked down. Like, you can't take that away, but he just... AJ apparently said to Ngannou, don't leave boxing. You know what I mean? Don't leave boxing. But after that performance, you'd have to think, bro, you have to think about going back into MMA. I don't know. Like, bro, AJ looks really good, bro. He looks really, really, really good. And see, the thing is, you see the shape that Fury's coming in for that Usyk fight. You see that he's coming in a different shape than what he came in for that Ngannou fight. So I think it's just a thing that Fury didn't take him serious. Fury didn't take him serious in that fight. And now AJ's came in, AJ's taking him seriously, and that's what happens. That's what happens, where it's just... He looked fucking unbelievable in that fight. He looked unbelievable in that fight. The shots that he was landing, the setups that he had. And you have to... I feel like people aren't going to give the plaudits enough to Anthony Joshua. But I feel like Anthony Joshua should get his plaudits 100% for that. And it just shows you how good Usyk is. But it was a different Anthony Joshua that fought Usyk. It was a different Joshua that fought Usyk. I feel like the AJ that we've seen now that he's under Ben Davidson is a different Anthony Joshua. Ngannou still doesn't look right. He still has that kind of glassy look in his eyes. To be fair, there was no beef between AJ and Ngannou. There was no beef between them. Now all the Arab ones that have never watched a fight are raiding the ring. If you can't get one more good opponent, then maybe you should have stayed in the UFC. No. Boxing was 100% the play. He got paid what? Maybe 8 million to fight Tyson Fury and 20 million to fight fucking Joshua. Bear in mind, the amount of money that he's made inside boxing, it would have taken him 6 fights to get that in the UFC. So it's a difficult one for Ngannou. Ngannou's going to get D-ranked. He's not going to be a top 10 heavyweight anymore. And then he still has that money in PFL. He still has 5, 6, 7 mil in PFL. You think he got 23 for AJ? Yeah, no, he definitely got 20, 25 for AJ. AJ just hopped on the mic in the interview after being asked about the knockout and he goes, "It is what it is." I still can't believe this shit. I can't believe it. You think he got 23 for AJ? Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%. He got paid for AJ. Paid for AJ. AJ's talking about how, you know, he didn't take him seriously as an opponent and that he thought it was only for the broadcasters and for the sponsors because it's a big fight until he fought Tyson. And then as soon as he saw him fight Tyson, he thought that, you know, like, damn, he could really fight. But he said, AJ, AJ saying that he might fight Francis Ngannou again. So, but I don't want to see Francis take that damage. That's a lot of damage. I'd like to see. I don't know who I want to see Ngannou fight. Maybe Deontay. Because to be fair, Deontay's the best matchup for him stylistically because Deontay Wilder's not a great boxer. You know what I mean? They're asking him. Okay, well, bro, Ade Oladipo might ask the worst fucking questions, bro. Anthony Joshua is saying that his performances have gone a lot better just because of Ben Davidson and that Ben Davidson has changed him. Bro, I'm pretty sure Ben Davidson gets like 10%, 5% of these fights too. Because, so Ben Davidson is getting $5 million to coach Anthony Joshua. It might be less. Might be $2.5 million. But fuck. If Chael back in the day made $8 million, then Ngannou could have made bank inside the UFC. No, Ngannou said that he was offered $5 million a fight in the UFC. But I feel like it's still not great for him. Like he got $20 million for this fight. And that's only his purse. That's only his purse. That's not sponsors. That's not all the other stuff that he has outside of this. You know what I mean? So there's definitely the right decision. Yeah, no, they don't have sponsors anymore. Well, like they don't have sponsors on the shorts and stuff, and they don't have the t-shirt with sponsors on it anymore. So they only have Reebok, so I'm calling CGI. CGI is crazy. AJ, I want to see AJ against the winner of Fury Usyk. That's what I want to see. I feel like the fights to make are easy. You want AJ against the winner of Fury Usyk, and then we want Parker against the loser of Fury Usyk. And I think that's what it's. I think that's what it is. That's what it is. But he might not. AJ might not fight for another 6-7 months. AJ didn't call anybody out. He just said that he just wants to fight, and then they pushed him about Fury Usyk, and he said it is what it is. I want to see AJ call him out. Say, yeah, shit, give me the winner of that. Ngannou may not be the same anymore. After a big knockout like that, it's difficult. Ngannou's chin is done after that. Yeah, like he did get hit hard. Well, to be fair, Eddie Hearn's saying that the baddest man on the planet is Anthony Joshua. You're wrong. Okay, I understand, Eddie, but let's throw boxing in that, because he's the best heavyweight boxer. You know what I mean? If you're saying that, he gets smoked by Aspinall and Ngannou, any of them, and then in an actual fight. And I love boxing, but that's the truth. I'm not sure if Ngannou's chin's going to be the same after that. If you get him in there against a big power puncher, if you get him in there against a Tom Aspinall hits hard. He hits hard as fuck. And see, the thing is, you can talk about Anthony Joshua as much as you want, okay? And say like, oh yeah, he's fighting against a guy that wasn't a boxer. But when we say shit like that, he had one of the best chins on the planet though, and he got absolutely popped. His chin got popped by him. Ngannou's the baddest man on the planet. Yeah, no. I think that Ngannou's still the baddest man on the planet. His chin is fine. Do you think? I'm not sure, bro. Knockouts change you. Ngannou had never been knocked out like that. Mentally, it's also so draining. It's like physically it takes you. Physically, it takes it out of you. He KO'd the guy who beat Tyson Fury. Still got the bag though? Yeah, no, 100%. 100% he still got the bag. I still think that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, that it's 100% the right decision. He made what? 8 million off Tyson Fury, 20 million off AJ, like 30 million for 2 boxing fights where there's not even an expectation on him to win. It's like, that's what it is. You know what I mean? That's like, he's the winner. He's the overall winner, 100%. And this, like, that's not even regarding sponsorships that he wouldn't have got inside the UFC. So he's probably made, with sponsorships too, 45 million? Probably. 45 million? Fuck. That stained my weekend. UFC 299 just got worse to me somehow. See, but like, nah, for me, I wasn't expecting Ngannou to win that fight at all. I was not expecting Ngannou to win that fight at all. I don't think Aspinall wipes the floor with them in MMA. I think that would be a good fight. I'd love to see that fight. I'd love to see Aspinall and Ngannou. Will he ever get a bag like this again? Not like this. Not a 20 million bag, but he might get a 10 million. If he fights Wilder, if he does that Fury fight again, might get a 10 mil. He might get a 7 mil. I don't know. With sponsorships, he'll get up to 10 mil. So yeah, no, he definitely made the right decision. 100% made the right decision. Yeah, no, it doesn't stain my weekend at all, to be honest. The thing that's, to be fair, nothing was going to stain my hype for UFC 299 because I'm so unbelievably hyped for that card. Nothing could possibly stain it. But the fact that Cedric Doumbé fight got finished by a fucking splinter yesterday was fucking crazy. I wasn't surprised that he lost. It's just the way he lost. Yeah, it was kind of wild that he got he got knocked out. Like he was down for a minute, 2-3 minutes. So I think that's kind of wild to me. But like the fact that like he lost, we're not surprised that he lost, are we? We didn't really think he was gonna win. Like yeah, there was a chance. There was a chance of him winning, but I didn't really think he was gonna win. You know what I mean? I wasn't going out there being like, yeah, no, 100% he's gonna win. I wasn't surprised he lost. It's just the way he lost. He isn't a draw though. Ngannou's a draw. Ngannou's definitely a draw. In terms of like pay-per-views, I know that pay-per-view with Tyson Fury flopped, but I guarantee you that this pay-per-view would have done well. This pay-per-view would have done well. Anybody that's that big at heavyweight, a UFC world champion that went in there and, you know, did really well against heavyweight world champion boxer, probably the best boxer of this generation. He's gonna this will have sold well in terms of pay-per-view. They ain't selling it to me, but it would have sold well. He got bent in half. Yeah, he got flatlined. That was bad. It was bad. I'll be real. It was bad. I thought he would chin AJ, but wouldn't be surprised if he lost by decision, but he got folded. No way it got over 200k. No, it definitely got over 200k. I'm interested in seeing Aspinall transition into boxing. No. Keep all of the MMA guys away from boxing, bro. There's no need. There's no need. All of the boxers are going to be all of the UFC fighters in boxing. Just like all of the UFC fighters will beat all of the boxers inside the cage. Stay to your own sports. We're not asking for Patrick Mahomes to go and turn out for fucking City at the weekend. Stay in the sport that, you know, you're good at, that you do well. I think just, you know, like, we're good. We're not, like, you don't need to see LeBron James go play wide receiver in the fucking NFL. It's one of the, I'm going to make a video about it at some point, probably Monday, maybe, I don't know. But about the boxing versus MMA debate and how I hate it as a debate because I think it just makes no sense. It's like they both have an aspect that's similar. They both throw punches. Okay, well, in basketball and American football, there's a ball in your hands in both. It's like it doesn't make any sense. Like they're two completely different sports. But that is the Joshua versus Ngannou watch party. I will be live tomorrow from the very, very, very first prelim, boys. I will be live from the very, very, very first prelim for UFC 299 all the way through till the end of the night, till we get to that Sean O'Malley Cheeto Bear. I'll be live for 7-8 hours. But I will see all you boys then. I will catch all you boys for the watch party tomorrow. Obviously, try be in here early because I do need everybody's input for bets. I'm and I don't know what, 7 on bets this year, okay? So I need the boys to come in clutch and help me out. Help me out with my bets. I'll be here by the time the first prelim is live, maybe even a little bit earlier. I will be here 100%. So I need all the boys to, come through and help me out with the bets, because that's when I do my bets. Is in like during the first prelims, when there's shit prelims we don't really care about. That's when the bets go through. That's when I talk about my bets. Aspinall is different. He was originally preparing to become a pro in boxing. Yeah, no, he's boxed a little bit more than what Ngannou would have, but like he's still gonna get smoked. He'd do better than Ngannou for sure. Not better than Ngannou did against Fury. Is Despania KOing this guy harder than AJ? Despania's getting it done in 1. But I will catch all you boys tomorrow. Have a good night.